Hey guys, you want to play some games?
Hello everyone, and welcome to episode 13? 13? Lucky number 13 of the Pixel Pub Podcast.
What?
I am your host, Andy Hardison, who I got to my left.
Kathy.
Who I got over there.
Josh.
Who I got over there.
Shelby.
Yes.
Did we do it right this time? Yes. Check.
Gonna turn everybody down there. That's hot mic. Hot mics today. Hot mics tonight.
Hot mic.
We got pumpkin beer in the house. It is officially fall. Well, not officially, but you know.
It is
It's
officially.
It is officially? I thought it was November.
It happened last week.
Yeah,
Okay.
it happened last week.
I don't know seasons.
The
But
22nd
anyway.
of September.
I take it back.
First day
It
of
is
fall.
officially fall.
So many pumpkin cream cold brews have been drank.
Yes.
Yeah.
You were drinking this in July.
No, first of all, I drank them when they came out, which was August.
Yeah, they.
To 5 months before they were actually supposed to be out.
Yeah, I picked up some pumpkin beers today. It's the first time I've had any this year. They've been fairly scarce. A lot of companies, beer companies, have chosen to skip seasonals and keep making what sells because a lot of people are having a hard time with the virus and everything, so they're sticking to what works.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes seasonals, like I've seen them at the warehouse I work from. Sometimes they don't sell as good as the meat and potatoes.
But we love them so much.
Yeah, especially the fall beers. Fall beers are probably my favorite.
I mean, if they had to pick one season, they could have just stuck with the fall.
I
Yes.
feel like fall is everybody's favorite.
And then winter beers are
Winter's
pretty good, too.
winter's my favorite season. Period. But winter beers, it's a close second.
I think winter's your favorite season because you're so
Yeah.
hot-natured, and
Hot
it's the
as
only
hell.
time of the year that you don't
Yeah.
Andy
sweat.
loves Christmas.
I love Christmas.
Huh.
Yeah, it's like the Christmas lights go up like November 3rd or something.
Right.
But
This
yes,
will be the first time you actually get to like you got in the tail end last year of Christmas, but this year you'll be able to
yeah, I put up a few lights, but not. It's gonna be Clark W. Griswold territory over here.
jeez.
This fucking year is gonna be crazy.
Yeah, Andy's got some competition across the street.
Yeah, there's a retired judge that lives over there, and he had a lot of lights last year. I was like eyeballing him, like, fucking wait, dude.
no one's gonna be able to sleep on the street.
Yes. You see my house from space.
Oh, what was the name of that movie?
Christmas Vacation.
No, the one. So there's a Christmas movie with Matthew Broderick and Danny DeVito where they're neighbors, and they are trying. Danny DeVito's character wants to be able to see his lights from space. Oh,
That rings a
Deck
bell.
the Halls.
Deck the Halls.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that.
I downloaded a picture the other day of the Jingle Bells or Jingle All the Way cover, but instead of the kid holding a Turbo Man, he's holding a PS5,
Nice.
and it seems about accurate for what's going on
In
in video games right now, because I figure we start straight out with the news with the big ass elephant in the room since it's been about a month and 2 weeks, 6 weeks since we recorded last. I'm pretty sure, I don't remember what we talked about, but I'm pretty sure we speculated a little bit on the Xbox Series X and the PS5. Well, guess what? In 1 week, they spilled all their guts on everything. Prices, release dates, pre-orders, the whole kit and caboodle. I figured we'd start with the PS5 because that's what I wrote down first. Captain Brown, what's that say?
PS5, 500 for disc space, 400 for discless.
So if you want the version with the disc drive, you're paying $500. If you want the version without the disc drive, you're paying $400.
Do we want to talk about our buying experiences?
Sure. We can talk about what was it? About a week and a half ago?
Yeah.
Last Wednesday, as of this recording, Sony did a live stream where they showed off a lot of cool stuff. Final Fantasy 16, another Deathloop demo,
Harry Potter.
Harry Potter.
I just said that I'm so excited for this shit.
I went to the bathroom while that was playing. I didn't get a lot of it. No, I want if it's something cool, I want to play it because I like Harry Potter. Just fine.
I want to make meat. I want to go to Hogwarts. I'm going to be in Hufflepuff.
I did catch it. It takes place in like 1800s or something.
Yeah,
like that.
way
So,
before.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
it's like not Voldemort and shit like that. It's,
Right.
Yeah, that's cool. If it's like Bully but with wizards, fucking sign me up. I'm there all day long. But what is this show? a cool ass Demon Souls
Uh-huh.
demo where just like the dude was just speed running the first world and just dies at the boss. That was super cool. But they also announced the price and the date. And I guess they didn't put anything. They didn't put anything in the stream that said that the pre-orders were going to go up the next day. That was just
That was
like Twitter
social media.
communication. Yeah.
It was supposed to be the next day, and
Yes.
it was like less than 6 hours later.
Yeah,
And
and like I watched the stream. I think I was probably doing Ring Fit at the time when most of the stream was going on. Watched the rest of it. Took a shower. Kathy came home. Cooked dinner. Get a text from you guys saying, "Hey, this PS5 pre-orders are up." I'm like, "What?" And I started freaking out. So I guess apparently what happened. I guess Walmart was the first one too. There was a tweet out there from them saying, "Hey, we're not supposed to do this tomorrow, but it's not like us."
I think we're getting our timeline wrong because Wednesday was the day that they did the Or no, okay, it was Wednesday.
It was Wednesday.
Okay, yeah, it was
It was
Wednesday,
my
and then
half
the
day
Thursday
because-
was the
Yeah.
Yes.
the return, But yeah,
Yeah.
it was Wednesday during AEW that everything was
Yep.
going down.
Yep,
and
and
I was like,
Missed the whole last hour of AEW. I missed the Chuck Taylor and Trent versus the Proud and
Sexy
Powerful.
Chucky T.
the 5-star,
Yeah,
first
five-star.
5-star for AEW on TV, not pay-per-view, but on TV.
Put on TV.
But yeah, it's things are going crazy. Social
Yeah.
media was like, "What the f?"
Yeah, every single website I went to was. I didn't experience any websites flat out crashing. Like people were talking about Best Buy just went down. But the places I went to were just like, no, sold out. And that was kind of it. And God, that fucking ruined my day the next day. Like I had a bad day Thursday. Like I was telling Kathy about all the shit that was happening to me before like 8 o'clock in the morning. I was like, this is all the shit that's happened to me right now. And then I just kind of leveled with her. I'm like, but really, I'm just pissed that I didn't get the PS5. Like, and I was like, I hated that was me. Like, I was like, you fucking man-child,
Yeah,
grow
he
the
was
fuck
upset that
up.
he was upset.
Grow the fuck
I
up.
was
Like, you
upset that
can't,
I was
you
upset.
can't get your fucking stupid video game thing the day it comes out, you fucking baby. I was telling that, I was drilling that in my head, like walking in a parking lot, I remember. And I was like, okay, well, gear shift, because my whole plan for this year was to get a big TV, a new TV, 4K TV, and the new console, and a new whichever one, and just go to town. But if I can't get the console, I get the TV. I was like, okay, well, it's like God knows if anybody watches our YouTube channel, if you just Google Kathy Plays Classics, you'll know that we collect a lot of video games. So it's like not me wanting for anything. Like I could play a bunch of games, so I'll be fine. You know, that's the mindset I was trying to work my way into. It's like, don't forget that. Let's move on. And then Thursday night happened, where the I guess it was Walmart got another batch and
It was
started
supposed to
putting
go
back
up
up.
at 9.
Yes, they
And I was
actually
like, "It's going up at 9."
they sent out. There was a notification like on their website, like on the actual PS5 page, which was interesting. And
Then you told me, you were like, okay, I want you to help out.
yeah, we both made Walmart profiles and downloaded the Walmart app.
Yeah.
And
And preloaded the credit card.
I had my
Which was
phone.
actually the bad idea because the app was effed up.
She got it through the app.
You got it through the app after everything went through.
Yeah,
But the app was
You
actually
weren't
showing.
on the app, though.
I had the app and the browser open.
I know that the app was showing out of stock, but the browser was showing in stock. So that's how I ended up snagging one up. Well,
Yeah.
I snagged
How
one
many?
up on the.
How many?
I got 2.
Mm-hmm.
One for me and one for
Rory.
So you got
Not
yours.
for eBay, people. Calm down.
Huh?
You got yours and Roy's at the same time.
No.
Oh, no.
So I got mine on Wednesday night.
Oh, right.
So Wednesday night, I follow a Twitter, and the person did a direct to cart for Amazon. So it's like a link that immediately puts it in your cart, bypasses everything, just goes right to the cart. And I was not going to get the PlayStation 5. I was like, I don't really need one. I don't foresee myself. But for some reason, the night that it started popping off and people were like going for it, I was like, I gotta get
Yeah, you
I
get
got
caught up in it. Yeah.
I gotta get me one. So I clicked it. It went through Amazon, and all I did was it went through. I said, "Buy it now," and it was just that simple. I did it in bed, 11:30 at night, and I think I sent a text, and y'all were probably already asleep.
Yeah, we were asleep.
Mhm.
Man.
And I was like, this is the direct link. This will put it in. So the next morning, I woke up and I was like, I'm gonna get Andy a PS5. I'm gonna look everywhere and make sure it keeps sending in. And then you were like, well, I'm driving all day,
Yeah.
and I was like, man, I don't want to send him links as I'm going. So maybe somewhere in the evening time it will happen.
And it did.
Yeah, and then Rory was like, man, I didn't know that they were doing it. I totally missed out. He was really excited because he got something from his work that allows them to buy things. Like they gave them a bonus and was like, okay, you can
This
go
is
buy
for your
some.
job.
Well, technically for his job, I think it's just thank you for working for us. But he
Market
was like,
research
I'm
or
going to use
something.
this. So I knew that he really wanted one. So when the Walmart thing came around, I almost so the first time it went through, I got it in my cart and I got it all the way to the pay, and then it didn't go.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes these places, just from things in the past where I'm doing pre-orders, they'll shut them off and then wait and then shut them back
Yeah,
on.
so they don't
So I
overload
kept
the
on.
website.
I know that after the first time, everybody was kind of like, "Damn, we didn't get one." I think y'all said you didn't get one, and I know you were getting a little like bummed out about it. So I kind of kept quiet and kept going through, and then finally I got one. I was like, "You need to tell Kathy right now."
Yeah, I texted Kathy in a separate chat. I was like, you gotta keep trying.
I was like,
Yeah,
"You
and
need to tell
Andy had
Kathy."
given up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was
I was like, on the
That's why
download,
I
just
did it
keep
in a separate
trying,
chat.
just keep trying, and we'll see. Because I knew that like you've already been there once, and you got frustrated, and it's like, damn it, and then
Yeah.
you went through the whole process of like,
getting excited again.
yeah, and then it. So I was like, just text Kathy, get her to keep trying, and sure enough, within like 5 minutes later, Kathy was like, I think I got one.
And for
Yeah.
me, like, they were sold out within the first minute. I missed out. I had gotten it in my cart, then it was gone. I
Yeah.
couldn't complete the transaction. Then I was like looking through the Twitter, and then I saw this one
The
comment.
Twitter.
Yeah, and this guy was like, I rolled up at 9:05 and got one. And I was like, well, damn, I am going to keep trying. And I got it in my cart a second time and disappeared. Well, it asked me for my security code, and I was like, man, it's in the kitchen. I had to run to the kitchen. I just
Yeah.
missed it.
She's doing this entirely without telling me anything. She just runs out of the bed. Just bolts out of the bed. I'm like, what are you doing? She's like, I need my security code. I'm like, you don't know it? It's only 3 digits. But
I don't know mine.
I don't know it yet. He was like, giving me a hard time because I didn't have it memorized.
I know
And
mine.
then I was like, dang. And then Andy was just like wallowing in despair pretty much.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh,
Christmas is ruined.
Andy. And I just kept reloading.
It's true love right there.
And about 9:30, I got it in my cart, and it worked.
Yeah,
and I told Andy, and
I was
no
so-
reaction.
I was just,
I mean,
I was,
he was
I
just
was,
like,
I was about to sleep. She's like, I think I got a PS5. I'm like, what? She's like, I think I got one. I'm like, no, you didn't. Just roll.
that's pretty much what happened.
Check your card.
But I must say, and I haven't told you this, but I used my credit card, and it's still pending. Like,
No, it'll probably.
and it's been a week.
When I pre-ordered stuff, they haven't charged me until it ships.
What they do is they put an initial hold on there just to see that you have the card or price, and they should refund it back to you within the next week or two. Because I know I got mine refunded. So what they do is it's the same thing that happened with the Switch when I pre-ordered. They just allocate the money out just to make sure that like, okay, this person's not.
Yeah.
And then they'll end up refunding it back to you, or at least like it's called a temporary hold on like a charge or something like that.
Why would they refund it back to me though?
Well, it's not
Yeah,
really
they-
refunding. It's
I
just
want them to take
They
it.
never took it out to begin with.
yeah. It's like a pre-authorization for the authorization that's going to come later on down the
Yeah,
line. But they
this-
can't like hold your money right now.
Same thing happened to me when I ordered that PS1 Classic. I was like, oh man, they took my money out. I didn't really pay attention. I saw the 99, whatever the number was, on my bank thing. And then when they actually shipped it, that's when they took the money out. And I was like,
Oh.
When they ship it, they'll.
Okay.
Charge it.
I've been staring at this thing, and I'm like, why are you still pending?
as long as you
I
ain't
mean,
got a
just
canceled
take it
email, I
out.
think
Just
we're
like the
okay.
Yeah.
Ninja Turtle I ordered, Josh.
Is it still pending?
Yeah.
Does it really keep? It's still. So
Well, it hasn't charged. It's not going to charge me until it ships.
yeah.
Okay.
But
Well, that
that's
makes me feel
how.
better.
So Amazon doesn't do it. They're just like they do a $0 pre-authorization just to make sure the card is correct or works, and then they don't actually like take you until a week or whatever right before like actual billing and shipping. But
Did we get the disc space or the discless?
I got the disc.
Yeah, the stories going around is that the discless one is really, really hard to find. Like, they don't want a lot of people selling a lot of those. It's anecdotal stuff. I don't think there's raw numbers. Story I read was someone, I can't remember who the outlet was, but they did they just did like a check of GameStops. Like, they called a lot of GameStops and said, how many PS5s did you have disc-based, how many did you have discless? And they kind of said it was like, I can't remember the split, but it was like 20% discless. Like, it wasn't half and half. But then the commentary that I read into that was, that doesn't have anything to do with, that probably hasn't had anything to do with what Sony wants. It probably has everything to do with what GameStop wants, because why would GameStop sell a thing that's going to put them out of business because they can't buy discs anymore?
Yeah.
That's true.
There was apparently, so I guess y'all didn't get the Xbox, or you weren't interested in getting the Xbox, but early on.
But I did read that was
it was just as big
just
of
as
a
bad.
shit.
Yeah.
They gave the date. They were prepared, and it was still a shit show.
Yeah.
Well,
before you get that, this is my next note here. The Xbox Series X, $500. The Xbox Series S, $300. Series S also is discless, but another key difference between that and the Series X is that it's slightly less powerful.
Yeah,
I guess
it's like in between the Xbox One X and
the Series X.
Series X.
I think they're kind of pushing it as a, hey, if you still have a 1080p TV, this is the one you want, because it's going to do the same. It's going to look as good on that TV. It's just not going to, do your, 4K.
I think it's trying to capture that market of the people who never got the Xbox One X.
Yeah.
But have the Xbox One, and they want to make that.
And that is a killer price, $300.
Yeah.
That's
along with Game Pass.
What did
Yes.
we get?
Dude,
Did we get the S or the X?
do what?
Did we get the S or the X?
We have the Xbox One X right now.
No. Did we pre-order one?
Oh, well, yeah. So I know my brother, that's his primary gaming thing. Like, he's always loved Xbox. That's what he was with. And he was at work that day, so I was like, I wonder if I can get him, one, because while I'm at work, I have my Surface right beside me, so like I'll go back and forth. And so
I
pre-orders.
also think Josh thinks he has a special power where he can
Well,
pre-order.
everything I've pre-ordered so far, I've been able to get. The only thing I haven't was the
use it for good.
He even
Yep.
pre-ordered my makeup, which that was a shit show too. Like almost
the 3080s essentially went from notify me to sold out. That's because the bots like bought them up in a matter of like seconds. But back into the Xbox One X at 11 o'clock on, what was it, Wednesday, Thursday? I don't remember which day. This week.
It was Tuesday. Tuesday was the Xbox.
Yeah, so they were supposed to all go live at 11. Only Target, GameStop, and I think PlayStation went live at 11. Amazon and Best Buy actually didn't go until 12. So I kind of I looked at the other three sites and they were like, it was dog shit. Like, the thing was just loading. I had one in my cart at Best Buy, but it never actually went through. Once again, I found another person who does the direct to links.
Yeah.
And I found the Xbox One Series X and did the direct link, and I had it bought in a matter of seconds of it going live. And I asked my brother, I was like, did you have any luck getting one? He's like, man, work's been busy. I haven't been able to get one in. I was like, well, I got one for you. And he's like, you don't want it? And I was like, no, I was getting this just in case you didn't get one. But the cool thing about Amazon is you can go in after it's done and
change the shipping address.
and then he just sent me over a gift card for the full price. So I was like, go ahead. So he sent $5.30 over, put it in. It's going to be in his house. Even though Amazon is shipping out or sending out these notices for both, they're trying to cover their ass in case
I didn't get mine day one.
Yeah. I don't really care if I get mine day one or not, but
Steve gave you a gift card?
Yeah.
For Amazon for the amount of the Xbox?
Yeah, the exact amount.
Oh man.
Why?
What are we gonna do?
No, it's already paid for and done.
Oh.
Like it's already, I already applied for it or applied it directly to it. Yeah, so he's excited. I think he's someone that will get a lot of it because he's a 4K TV, and
Nice.
they say it's going to play at 4K, 120 frames per second, and all that. So
Yeah.
he'll enjoy it.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah, the what a shit show. I hope somebody. I hope there's lessons to be learned here, but I imagine the people at Sony and Microsoft are just wringing their hands like, look at all this demand.
I just can't
Yeah.
believe there's no queue systems. The only person that put in a queue system was GameStop, and that was on like the second day.
Yeah, I saw that for the Xbox stuff. But I'm fucking pissed. Sony, this goes out to you, fucking Sony. I'm pointing at you.
We know you're listening.
Sony, yes. Fucking Shu Yoshida, does he even work there anymore? I don't even know. I signed up for that damn put your PSN tag, and we might consider you for PS5 pre-order directly from us. I fucking had a PSN name since the PS3 days. I buy all the fucking games that you put out. I got a bunch of trophies. PS Plus member for like 6 years. Why not me, Sony? Why not me?
Yeah, there are people. I mean, they said that it was going to be the most active members or whatever, but I really think they probably just had
Yeah, just
a roll of the dice. There's no
Oh,
way
yeah.
someone went in there and built out a system to go
this
check.
person
all
has
that.
12 platinums versus this one has 2. And you go for the 12. But yeah, this, God.
At least
but-
we amongst us have gotten next gen systems.
Fingers
at
crossed.
this point.
I still don't believe it.
Yeah.
Still not sold. But
I hit. There ain't no telling how much I hit that refresh button. Like literally for what felt like.
well, I
40
had
minutes
sitting
straight.
there at the computer. I had my phone doing it and the mouse at the same time, and it was like, ain't nothing happening.
I didn't help at all. I was watching
Yeah,
AEW.
she was watching the match, even though you got up at the end before the match was even over. And,
It was night time.
yeah, you went and took a bath or shower.
I wasn't gonna help, but you had to ask me. So
Yeah, you didn't help the Wednesday night. No, you didn't help. It was the next night, and I was like, you need to fucking download that Walmart app.
Yeah. You listen here.
Yes.
I don't know. I
Oh,
guess
okay,
I went
okay.
into a different aspect where, like, if I didn't get one, I didn't really care. If I did get one, I did. But the only, like I said I think I said on Snapchat, I was like, I don't know if I'm going to get one
Yeah.
right away. And then as soon as the fever hit of everybody getting one, I was like,
Yeah.
oh, get me one.
I was
I'm
I
gonna
was,
do
I was
it.
the same with the PS4. It was like I could get one or I couldn't, and it was just like seeing the line at Best Buy that got me to get in line. Like
Yeah.
that was the thing. But this was different for me because like I planned a whole year around this. I've been saving up all year. Like since January, I've been putting money into a separate account for a
Yeah.
TV and just a whole new entertainment experience.
Yeah.
And if you can't get the damn console, it's like, well, that goes out the window. Which
I was jumping around like
First
I won
world
the Super
problems.
Bowl. I bought mine, and I was just like, oh, okay,
Yeah.
cool. And then I got Rory's, and I was like,
one. Jump, 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 jump.
I was like, I'm more excited about the one I got Rory than the one I got mine because it was like, I guess I was mad.
Did you get through Walmart?
So I got one through Walmart and one through Amazon.
God,
I
because
would-
if you have to ship it to him to Canada, it's gonna
Oh.
be a lot. That thing's like 10 pounds.
Yeah, we're currently trying to figure out how that's going to happen. He's still trying himself to get one up
Okay,
there,
nice.
but
I did. Yeah, I'm looking at the PlayStation subreddit. Like, it seems like Canada's getting their own deal every so often. Like, oh, Canadian Walmart, check it right now.
I have another story with that.
Oh, no.
Yesterday, EB Games went live with it, and I was able to get mine all the way into the cart and all the way to the pay part, but I don't have an account. And I was
Yeah.
like, Rory, you got like, are you getting yours? You're getting yours. I almost made an account just to send one.
I
to
made
him.
a Sam's Club account from that link that you sent me. I was like, I don't have a card or anything, but it didn't seem to matter.
Yeah.
They're just like, yeah, we'll.
The Sam's Club.
It's like we'll charge you the price of the card plus the console. I was like, I don't care. Just give me the damn console.
Yeah.
And it didn't. It never ended up going through. But
Well, I felt kind of bad because like the night before the Walmart release, and Andy was like, "Should we stay up and see if Amazon?"
yeah, this
And
conversation
I was
absolutely
like,
did happen.
"No."
Yeah.
So I felt kind of responsible, like I had to get it.
Well, I told you the next day that I didn't think you were responsible. I was like, that's the right thing. Like, I'm not
I
gonna
know,
fucking.
but I did feel bad about it.
Well, I didn't.
I'm a night owl anyway, though, so I'm always.
I'm not.
I'm like 1 o'clock every night. I'm still sitting in bed awake.
He doesn't go to bed until like 1, 2 o'clock in the morning.
Just because I'm just that's how I've always been ever since high school.
Me, 5 a.m., I'm awake.
Yeah.
I don't know about 5 a.m., but 6.
It was exciting. It was a interesting experience overall.
It's I guess for me, it was a roller coaster of 48 hours.
Yeah.
Ups and downs.
At the end of the day, I'll if we can't get his shit dumped to Rory, I don't know. I'll just drive up to Canada and hold it over my head.
We can finally catch
just
you
meet
in that
at
trip.
the borders,
You know, like,
pass it over.
sir, can I just slip this to you?
Sir,
and
I
you slip
assure
it
you
over
this
to
isn't
him?
drugs. It's
Yeah,
not 10 pounds of
you
cocaine.
You're allowed to look into it, but
Like Rory's on the other side of the border, we're on one side, and we're like, "Hello, sir. Can you hand this to that gentleman over there, please?
Yeah.
We
We
promise
don't need
it's
to
not
cross."
drugs.
I feel like
We're just nerds, and we just want to play these games."
I don't know. I am a little worried about the whole situation, but I guess we'll figure it out somehow. At the end of the day, I think Canada won't let us go up there, but I think Canadians might be able to come down here
Oh,
if they.
let Rory come down here to visit.
So maybe we can meet halfway.
It's
or
been 2
something.
years since we've seen him.
It might be a rough time
Since
for
we
him
got
getting back.
married, we haven't seen him since we got married.
He came down during Christmas time.
Oh,
did
he
you
did.
literally- Sorry, Roy.
Sorry.
You're listening to this.
I'll delete this part.
I literally forgot he visited for Christmas last year.
You set up the entire thing.
I did, and I
Had him-
forgot.
Oh, gosh. But yeah, we'll figure out how to get it to him. I told him he might not get it anywhere near day one, but at least he has one.
Yes.
We'll just-
So my next note here was dates was Xbox on November 10th, PS5 is on November 12th, 2 days apart, which is a bit unusual, but that's the way the world works now, I guess.
What are the launch games?
Launch games. I took a snapshot of. I don't know. Is there anything for the Xbox?
Barely anything for the Xbox.
I know. Demon Souls, Spider-Man, Miles Morales,
Godfall.
Oh,
Godfall, that Astrobot thing that is supposed to be free on the PlayStation, counting that as a launch game. I took a snapshot of it.
There's not very much for
mean-
Xbox.
I'll play Spider-Man. Probably the only game.
Here we go. Astrobot's Playroom, Demon Souls, Destruction All Stars, Godfall, Just Dance 2021, Marvel Spider-Man, Miles Morales, and Sackboy: A Big Adventure. So, and that's not even. That's just. I think that's just all first party. That's not first party stuff. Just Dance is not first party, but I think Assassin's Creed Valhalla might be in that mix too.
Yeah.
Call of Duty Black Ops might be in that.
Civil War? No, what is it? Cold War.
Cold War, yes.
Yeah.
That I believe that's in the mix. For me, it's Demon Souls and Spider-Man, and if I can get Valhalla on day one, I will. I've got a gift card that I've been sitting on since April, just a Visa gift card that I was like, this is a games
I
gift
didn't know
card.
you were sitting on a Visa gift card.
Yeah,
We're probably gonna have to do that thing that we did when we bought our PS4. When we were trying to alternate playing Batman, where you would play when I wasn't home, and then I would play, and then you would play, so we wouldn't spoiler each other.
Yeah. We'll
That's
figure out
tough,
something.
man.
Well, you can still play Spider-Man on PS4. It's not a PS5 exclusive.
Oh.
no, it's not yet. It's on both.
So if I buy the PS5 version or the PS4 version, it will actually upscale, or you can download. So we can just buy it on PS4 and then just upscale it or whatever.
I'll stream it.
Yeah. So I'm probably getting Godfall and Miles Morales because I refuse to buy any more games where I want to smash controllers.
Oh yeah, I think I did okay in Dark Souls. I think I could do okay in Demon Souls. The Sekiros of the world that I'm just like I can't get big armor and put stat points into my strength. Then I'm fucked. I think I'll do okay in Demon Souls. And that game was fucking amazing. Like they did a lot of work to that game, I believe.
I want to see what it's going to look like for real.
Yeah.
Like, you always get kind of that Huff Piece trailer. They said it was real gameplay.
Yeah.
It looked really, really, really good, but I need to see that running real time on my 4K TV before I...
Yes.
What kind of TV you got?
The one in our
4K.
living room is 4K.
But what brand is it?
Oh.
LG? No, Samsung.
It's a Samsung.
Samsung, yeah. I've been eyeballing it though. Yeah, I have. But yeah, that was my next note.
I feel like you need help picking out a TV.
I think so.
I literally have 20 tabs open on my PC right now.
I thought we were buying a TV today.
And that's
Well, when you guys are ready to buy a TV, we'll go with you.
We're ready.
We'll go to Best Buy.
We're really the 4K
Thought I was.
aficionados. We're just
Well, I used to work in home theater at Best Buy.
I thought I was waking up and going and getting a TV, but apparently
I was
that's
up
not the
to
case.
2 a.m. last night reading about variable refresh rates and TVs that have 120 megahertz refresh rate.
I think we should just go look at them, and whichever one looks the best, take it home.
Well, you can't. I can't take a PS5 up to them. Let me hook this up. They're gonna have games running on this thing. That's the majority of what's gonna be playing on the TV.
The majority. So when you go to like Best Buy or something like that, they'll only be playing like gameplay trailers and stuff like that on the brands.
but it's
Like
different.
the Sony TVs will be playing the PlayStation.
But it's
demos and
different
stuff.
than having an actual like graphic.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, you're not gonna see a demo for the PlayStation games or the Xbox games on the Samsung display models. They have like their dumb pictures that scroll through and stuff like that.
Yeah, I read an article on CNET last night. It's just so much stuff. Like I guess the TCL TVs are okay. Like I see those around. And I thought they were kind of like the off-brand, but I was like, this one's not bad, I guess.
Did you figure out anything about the cute LED?
Not really.
Do you want the blackest blacks?
The black is black.
Well, I want an OLED. The QLED is a different thing, and it sounds less than an OLED. But OLEDs are still fucking expensive. Like it's for a brand name of I think it was LG OLED that I was looking at, to go from a 55 to a 65-inch OLED is a $700 price difference.
Mm.
Some of the TVs I was looking at that were 4K 65-inch were only $700. Like it was.
What size?
I want 65 because we got a much bigger living room now.
Is that what we have?
I don't know. I think we went 75 because you were like, I don't know, it's 10 inches. And I was like, but I think we'd be fine with 65. And then,
I think y'all have 75 too.
yeah.
Is it? I feel like we have a 65.
I think we have a 75.
I think you do too.
Because we were having this conversation in the store. And she's like, yeah, but it's only this much more for the 75 or something.
Yeah.
And
Well, I just told Annie y'all to get the OLED.
because we weren't going to, because we had a 55.
So we got a 65.
So we were going to get a 65, but then you were like, I need this because it's this much bigger. We had this whole conversation. I was like, are you sure? And then we got home and it didn't fit on the thing. And we were like, okay, now we got to go buy
We had to buy a new entertainment system because the TV I picked out was too big.
That's too
Yeah.
funny.
So I think it's 75, but now I'm sitting here second guessing.
Yeah, like
Well, Andy's so scared to spend like any money. I'm usually the one that's like,
Yeah, I don't want to like deplete the entire thing of stuff that I've saved up, and plus, it occurred to me earlier this week that I need a new receiver for our surround sound. Like the receiver that we have won't handle a 4K signal. Also, it's kind of busted. Like the audio drops out every now and again, so we need a new one. And those are expensive too. Like to get a 4K one is like $400. So
Yeah.
I'm sure they'll have a sale or something. It's almost
You're
holiday.
getting so close to the holiday season.
Yeah.
I mean,
You might as
no,
well.
should we wait?
You might as well wait for like Black Friday
because there's going to be they're going to be trying to sell a lot of stuff
because they're gonna want to sell because they're gonna have to put it.
well, they're not going to get a whole lot out of their like brick and mortar store this year because of all the regulations and
well,
stuff.
I can't wait till Black Friday because
Yeah,
the
you can.
PS5 is going
You
out
can wait.
November 12th.
You can
I need
wait.
that shit looking as good as possible on day one.
They might
It's
have
like
a pre-Black
2
Friday.
weeks.
They might have a pre-Black Friday sale.
You can buy one, return it,
Yeah,
and then
Get it for the price.
but there's something wrong with it. I didn't like it.
Well,
Which
you
one do you want?
also-
The same one?
Can price match up to 30 days after you purchase?
I don't know. I think it depends on if you're a certain member.
I think it's 30 days.
definitely look that up first before.
Yeah, I was fully convinced. My buddy Tony was sending me links last night of Amazon deal of the day, 4K Sony 4K TVs. I was just like, and we were at someone else's house. I was like, I need to look at. Like, these are good prices. Sony probably makes a good TV, if I had to guess. But I need to look it up and see if this is what I want. And then we got home at like midnight. Yeah. It was like 2 hours. I was staring at the damn.
I like went to sleep immediately.
Yeah, I just went down a weird rabbit hole of just CNET articles and YouTube reviews and.
The craziest thing about it all is like everybody has particular taste, and you can like find a TV and be like, okay, this is the one.
Yeah.
And then you finally accidentally slip into one review, and then someone says something really off-putting, and then you're just like, damn.
That's because I haven't been really relying on a lot of user reviews. It's been more like people like, this is their job. They see a lot of TVs, you know what I mean? So that's more what I've been relying on. But it's still just the same thing. It's just making me more like hemming and hawing about other things. But that's my stupid TV story.
Yeah.
So we're about 35 minutes in.
Already? We ain't even talked about any games.
I know. You ready to talk about some games?
We did 2 talk about games.
We talked about
Talking about systems.
talked about systems.
We talked about launch games.
Launch games.
Which for the Xbox is basically none. You get all the second party or like the other. Get what everybody else is gonna get. So you get.
Oh, that was big news. Big news. We need to talk about that. I didn't write down. Fucking Microsoft buying ZeniMax, Bethesda. It's fucking huge.
Game Pass is the best deal out of the market. I don't know.
That is a full court press of just trying to get the competitive edge on exclusives for their. That is fucking huge.
There was a hashtag trending called Sony buy Konami. Like right after that.
Oh god.
I think Sony. The benefit of Sony being a Japanese company is they don't have to buy anybody to get the exclusives like Persona and. Stuff like that the Final Fantasy VII remake, that was exclusive, wasn't it?
It's a timed exclusive.
Timed exclusive. Stuff like that, like, they don't have to buy anybody. They just be like, Japanese buddies, help me out.
Yeah. I'd be interested. I mean, they have the best exclusive lineup at this moment, but it's going to be very interesting over the next few years when they say, like, Elder Scrolls 6 is now Xbox exclusive. Or Starfield or whatever it's called. And
Microsoft have been trying so hard. They've been buying so many developers for the past couple of years. They've been buying Double Fine. The people make Hellblade. They keep buying people and buying people and buying people. They bought Obsidian. But, like, the whole time I'm just thinking, like, okay, well, that's cool and all, but none of those people make games that I need to play.
Yeah.
Fucking Bethesda makes games I need to play.
Yeah.
So, good on them, man. I was going to get an Xbox anyway at some point because there's going to be something I want to play on it, and if I can't play it, then I'm going to freak out. But
I'm going to freak out.
So
I'm going to need you to calm down.
But this is not like a launch day thing. This is not even probably a next year thing because God, they talked about Starfield once and haven't heard anything about that. And then they said Elder Scrolls 6 was to come out after Starfield, so it'll be a very long time before you hear anything from them specifically. But I guess they got their publishing stuff too.
Yeah, they got
the whole.
They bought the parent company of all these different places.
So they own Doom now. They own Wolfenstein. They own.
People are already talking about
Dishonored
crossover between Master Chief and
that Doom guy.
Yeah, Doom guy.
I wonder how this affects Deathloop, that Arcane Studios.
It won't. They said that they're going to allow the deals that have already been done to go in place because there's another game on top of that one. I can't remember what it was called.
Oh yeah, that was a Tokyo something.
Yeah, so they're still going to honor their agreements, but after that point, I mean, why would Microsoft want to play nice with a studio that was not willing to play nice about crossplay right at the very beginning? I mean, things always come back around because they were, I guess, PlayStation was the only one kind of holding out on like, why do we need to do crossplay? We're the winning this next gen, and now.
It's a cycle every single time. One company gets super arrogant, and they're like, "Well, we can do whatever fuck we want." Then their new console comes out. It's like, "Well, shit!" No one's buying it, and then it flips over again. That's why I'm kind of scared to get a PS5, just because I'm like, Sony kind of ruled the roost this generation. It's probably going to flip again, but like, I just don't see it happening soon. Like the games are the games. Like for the next year, I don't think it's going to be any different. But I could see it totally getting in Xbox's favor because they got the Game Pass, which is a fucking phenomenal deal. They keep buying studios and buying studios. Like something's gonna hit at some point, and they're smart because like they bought Minecraft. Minecraft's still in everything. So if they know something's gonna sell and everything, they'll be like, okay. And they put out Ori and the Will of the Wisp on the Switch. Yeah. So I can see a world where the next Elder Scrolls comes out and they say, okay, this is big enough. It can go on PlayStation.
Yeah.
But I can also see them saying, no, this is ours.
Yeah,
you need to buy
it's going to be a
Xbox.
time exclusive first. It's going to be like, you can either play it on Xbox or PC.
Yeah.
But
it's a coin flip at that point for me. But, God, what was it, like $12 billion that they paid for it or something insane?
It was $7 billion?
For Bethesda.
Yeah, it was like 7.
Oh, okay.
It was more than, what was it? Marvel or Disney
more than
played.
Disney for Star Wars and Marvel, yeah. That was
Combined?
No, not combined.
Yeah, but that was the stat I read going around.
So they're definitely, the fact that you can have Game Pass and day one have Elder Scrolls Online 6 or Elder Scrolls Online, Elder Scrolls 6 like on your system that day is pretty insane.
Yeah,
they're going to. They were saying that they have 15 million people subscribed to Game Pass right now.
I'm one of them.
So if you take that out, do $15 a month. If they want to do the ultimate, I think it's $10. So we'll do like an average of 12. It's like $200 and some million a month that they're getting from people on Game Pass. It's insane. They're Microsoft's just like just burning money.
That's another little piece of news that Sony dropped kind of in the middle of their stream was that they're doing a kind of a Game Pass equivalent, the PlayStation Plus Game Collection, I believe is what it's called. And it looked like it was mostly first party stuff. There was like Batman, Arkham Knight was in there. It's all PS4 stuff. Like it wasn't brand new games coming out.
The whole time I was watching it, I was like, I played that and I beat it. I played that and I beat it. I own all these already.
The only one that popped up there, and I was like, I hadn't played yet. I was like, I was like, Days Gone. I was like, I tried it for free.
Yeah, I own it.
Yeah, that game didn't really play well, did it?
I mean, there was something that came out like right after.
Well, I know I remember it being really buggy for you. Like the zombies and stuff.
I don't remember it being buggy. It was buggy when it first came out.
Yeah.
But not for me when I bought it. Because I bought it like a year and a half later for like $15.
Days Gone?
Yes. Bought it when Rory was down and it had already been out for about a year. The game played fine. It was just something else came along. My problem with first world, like open world games is the fact that I come from an MMO background. So when I'm in a further open world game type area and I don't see someone, or it doesn't feel like I have that like communication where like, oh, there's a person over there or whatever. Like I don't live in a living world, then it always seems fake to me. It's one reason why I've been able to put in like 20 hours or 30 hours into The Witcher 3 like 2 or 3 times now and still quit.
I come from playing open worlds and single player where the whole world revolves around me.
Yes.
Yeah. I am the protagonist.
I think that's why I struggle with WoW.
Well,
but
you also don't put the time in to try to like.
I haven't been really motivated.
I had Final Fantasy 14 in my card on Steam for like 6 hours one night. I was like, I'm gonna pull the trigger, and I didn't.
I mean, it's the best introduction to an MMO in my opinion, for you, because you can go the entire game without like you'll see people, but you basically play by yourself. You'll have to do
I played like it was like 20 hours a while by myself, just running around, and I had a good time with it. But when it came to time to it, was just like, all right, your monthly fee is going to start. I was like, you know what?
Do you think I would like Final Fantasy 14?
I don't know. I don't know how many kind of MMO style games you've played. There's definitely games that are single player that play like MMOs, like as far as like tons of cooldowns, hot bars, stuff like that. I mean, we could sit you down and try to play one. I mean, Final Fantasy 12 is kind of not really. Xenoblade Chronicles kind of plays like an MMO. Yeah, I mean, you played WoW with me a little bit. Mm-hmm. Remember we played with your brother, and he was a dwarf, and he was fucking screaming down the road, and we couldn't even keep up with him.
That's what he does, though.
Oh.
See, I think I when someone is introduced to an MMO, I feel like it's detrimental to drag someone through because
Yeah.
you're essentially like not allowing them to explore the area. Like I purposely tried to not do that with Shelby when she's playing WoW. It's
Hold
like
my hand.
I want you to enjoy the experience and like get used to these characters because I could have had her to max level in like a
Yeah.
day and a half.
Yeah, I feel like it's like a building block type of situation where if you let her play or let anybody play, doing what they want to do, they learn this, they learn that, and it builds up and builds up and builds up. Versus like someone trying to give you a rope and pull you up, and like, well, I didn't learn anything along the way, and now I'm up here, and I don't know what to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Learn by doing.
And I
think that's why I
appreciate
like
that.
doing the dungeons. Is because with you and Rory talking to me and being like, oh, this is, what you do here, and this is why this is happening. And I learned, that's more enjoyable for me to learn than trying to learn on my own. That's my thing, is I don't want to learn on my own because I know it's a game where it's, you can play on your own, but in my mind, a game like WoW is community-based.
95% of my adventures are on my own. If you can't learn to play on your own, then you're not going to succeed.
I mean,
in
I'm
that
playing on my own. It's just, I'm really tired of these NPCs.
Well, MMOs might not be for you.
I like it.
Yeah.
I just wish I had people to play with and explore the world with. I think that's my
Yeah.
thing, is I'm exploring this world by myself and I feel lonely.
But you're coming into a game that's 16 years old. I feel like if me and Rory got together and just put you right through, like you have 2 boosts on your account right now that you could bring yourself up to 110 or 120, but you're going to it's going to be detrimental to your actual character because you're not going to know how to play it when you get into the new, like the newer content.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like by us dragging you through instances and stuff like that, you're not learning how to play the character in the way that like is going to help you down the line. So like when you're not with us, like we're able to just go through and just plow everything down because we've been playing it for so long, and you're coming from behind and doing things too. But at the end of the day,
I feel like I'm helpful.
yeah, but you're still not. You have to learn the basic mechanics, and I feel like every MMO person would tell you this: is you got to learn the basics before you're taken into the advanced stuff.
You got to learn how to crawl before you can walk.
Otherwise, you're going to get into Shadowlands, and you're going to go, "What the hell is this system? And what does this mean? And what in the world is like? What are like?"
Yeah, World of Warcraft might be one of the most densest games on the planet by now because it's been live and.
Well, I guess I also don't know, like, what is the linear progression through the expansions, because I can basically choose whatever expansion I want to skip to.
That's the thing now is once the pre-patch hits in the next week or two, that's essentially what's going to happen is the first 10 levels or you are on the starting island and then you choose your own adventure from there. It's going to immediately have you on the latest expansion, not Shadowlands, but Battle for Azeroth. But you're going to be able to pick and choose whatever you want from there. But
So-
you're still going through and learning each spell. Like when I go over there and they're like, oh no, you have this spell. Why aren't you using this? And you're like, oh, I didn't know. What does this do? Like each spell you get, you're supposed to be learning as you're going through each level.
Yeah, and I've taken time and read all of them and rearranged them for the one, like, by the ones that I'll use the most. Like, I don't have Arcane, Cooper? Not Arcane Blast, but it was like the first one that I ever had. And there's a new one where if I just press 1, it fills my meter up. And I can just cast as much as I want. So I've switched that and I've gotten quicker.
Yeah.
With that, like, I'm starting to learn that aspect of it. I guess it's just, I don't know, I feel lonely playing. But I'm trying to get through the campaign and reading the quests and stuff. I just wish I could play with somebody.
But you were just saying a minute ago where you were like, hey, I'm on my own adventure. Like,
Yeah, because the games are usually geared that way, like Fable
But that's how-
and Red Dead and stuff like that. Like, yeah, it's an
when you're
open
going
world
through the
game.
quests and stuff, like the quests are treating you like you were the only adventurer that has been able to.
Yeah, but I can't see real life other people running around me with groups of 3 people.
Well, you're not into the later stuff yet. You still haven't gotten past 60.
I have a solution to this problem.
I'm 62 right now.
What?
You ready?
Yeah.
Kathy and Shelby start Final Fantasy 14 together.
Yeah, let's
So
play
you
together.
got a party.
That's
And then I'll roll it here on the
Okay.
PC. Just be a little dancer or whatever, something funny.
I think Final Fantasy 14 is second.
Is it crossplay with PS4 and PC?
I do not know. I think so, but
Because I'm trying to envision a scenario where like Kathy could be sitting on the couch and I could be in the PC.
I think it does, but I'd have to. I don't want to. I don't know. I'm pretty sure it does because I think you can play with people who are on the controller or whatever. But it's one of those things that I think Final Fantasy 14 overall has the best story progression because you're constantly going through like the way they have it built now. You don't even have to do side quests anymore. Like you're essentially just going through the entire expansion.
main mission.
Yeah,
It is cross-platform.
yeah. So
Nice.
it's I think WoW in a lot of ways has casualified the industry to the point where like it's a bubble gum, put it in a quarter, and it gives you an experience back out. While Final Fantasy still carries a lot of the old school areas of original MMO,
Like
but allows
exploration and storytelling and
but
stuff.
it actually has like helpful things in it too. Like when you guys first get in the game, you're getting marked with like a little flower, and that shows that you're a new person, and you're in this chat where like you're.
Can I pay money to get rid of the flower?
Well, I mean, you can just tell them that you don't want to be known as a new person. But most of the time, if someone like sees
I was just thinking like a businessman in the suit. Like I bet people would pay to get rid of that flower.
Well, I think you can deflag yourself, but it's supposed to mean that, say, if I'm running around the world and I've been there a long time, and then I see you with a flower and you join my group, I can essentially ask you like, "Hey, have you done this before?" Like,
No.
I feel like Final Fantasy has more of a friendly atmosphere.
Yeah, nobody's talked to me in WoW.
Well, no one's going to talk to you. That's just
No one talked to me when I played 5 years ago or whatever it was.
That's just the way that things have progressed over time. Everything's moved into Discord and everything's moved on. So that's with every MMO. Like people don't actually like if someone's saying something out loud. Nowadays,
I would go to places with people in it and say, "Give me gold." Like I was just being stupid. Like I didn't know what I was doing and did nothing.
Usually, if someone's typing in chat
I look like
nowadays,
Triple
it's
H.
usually more of a negative
Yeah.
experience.
A lot of people are selling stuff. Like when I'm in Stormwind, it's like
Yeah.
buy now for gold only.
Yeah, that's the trade economy. But I don't know how we got on MMO tangent.
Talking about games that we've
Yeah.
been playing. I guess Shelby's been playing a little bit of WoW.
yeah.
That's what I'm hearing.
Yeah, I'm trying to get ready for the pre-patch and the new expansion that's coming out because Josh and Rory only play when there's a new expansion, and I figured that'd be the opportunity for me to play with actual people and not by myself. When's the new expansion?
Shelby doesn't understand that I usually just play by myself in the first place, so it's kind of what
Where's
it
the
is.
fun in that? I just want to. I think I just want to talk to people.
Yeah, use. How do people describe it? Like use a game as basically a telephone call type of thing. Like
Yeah.
you just talk about, hey, go check out that dude. How was your day? Blah blah blah. Blah. Stuff like that. Yes, I can totally
So when's the new expansion come out?
soon.
26th of
I
October.
took off the whole week
23rd.
because they're making me take a vacation, so I decided to change the dates.
They can't make you take a vacation.
They said they
I was-
recommend that we take a
was told I
vacation
had to
for
take-
mental health
I had to
reasons.
take 2 vacations for the rest of this year, and I didn't know when the damn release dates of the consoles were, so I'm 1 week off.
Oh no!
Sorry, B.
Yeah, I got the first week of November off, but yeah, but it is what it is. It's fine.
I'm trying to take that week off too.
I'm just taking 3 days off.
Yeah, and then I'll just sit beside him while he's working and keep playing.
What? Wow.
Yeah. I don't know. I debate on streaming WoW sometimes, but then like that community is really toxic, and I'm not that great of a player.
Well, there's probably a direct correlation of how long a community has existed versus how toxic they are. You know what I mean? Like, because those people are just like,
What you're
It's
seeing, what
fucking
you're seeing
new.
in Asmongold is
It's not.
Most of those people don't play WoW.
Oh,
Most of those
They're
people,
just trolls.
They have no idea what the hell is going on. They just know that there's an entertaining person in front of them, and by them being toxic, it makes that person have a negative or positive reaction.
Oh, gotcha.
But most of those people in that chat don't play WoW. Like, they don't understand. This is why when a certain amount dropped and everybody's like, ho, 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 you don't have it yet. And it's like, no, this is it. They don't know because like they don't know what they're talking about.
Gotcha. Yeah, I don't know. I've thought about streaming it because I thought it'd be fun since it's a new experience for me. People can see me experiencing it.
I've got one more check mark on my list of things to get out of the way, and I will start streaming again. I have a plan, a plan. I can't think of another word for it, but yes, more to come for that. Anybody else got any other games they've been playing besides the big WoW?
I started playing Fallout 76 today or yesterday.
Yeah.
Me and my brother.
Fallout 76.
Yeah,
What are you
the-
playing it
They
on?
made that
The
game.
online version?
Yeah, they, I guess, completely revamped it, and it's not nearly as garbage as it
They
used to
put
be.
NPCs in it, I've heard.
Yeah, I was like, holy
Were there
cow.
not NPCs in it
Just
before?
robots.
I was playing the first hour, and I was like, wait a minute, this is actually, like, it feels like a real Fallout game. I don't know why everybody was complaining. And I went back and looked at the reviews, and yeah, they didn't have any NPCs. It
Yeah.
was just a self-sustained economy. So it's cool so far. It's weird to be, like, going around and just like, I can take this? All right, I'm just going to take this. This is mine now.
Yeah, him
Do
and
you like
Steve
it?
running around.
Yeah, I mean, I've only played maybe a total of 3 or 4 hours now at this point.
Okay.
Me and my brother were running around being a dumbass and just like we were wearing all armor without the jumpsuit, so we were in our underwear. It's just like I don't know. It's fun.
And your brother lives far away, so it's kind of fun that y'all get to
Yeah.
play, right?
Yep. It's
I think I love redemption stories in games, and I haven't heard so much of one on Fallout 76. Like, it seems like they keep plugging along at it and making it better, but like stuff like No Man's Sky was just like
Yeah.
complete shit when it first came out, and now it's like
yeah, he just
everyone
beat
loves
it.
it.
My brother just beat it the other day. Like he's played I think he's gotten 100 and some hours into it, and I guess he just reached the center of the universe.
Yeah,
Wow.
He got to the point where like he could continue playing on the planet he was on, or he had enough to go to the center of the universe. And he's like, I think I'm done. So he fulfilled his destiny.
I had a similar experience in a game I'm going to talk about. Should I talk about it? I got a long list of games.
I know.
Yeah.
You better not talk forever.
Might as well be the Andy podcast from now. So yeah, I'll
I'm
talk-
interested in talking about Ever Oasis.
Ever Oasis. I'll get to that. I'm going to talk about the new stuff first. Spiritfarer. Have y'all heard any of it?
I heard about it the first time yesterday from Rory. Cause
Yeah, it's on Game Pass. So if anything I'm about to say sounds interesting, just go ahead and download
I
it.
think it looks cool. I think I might try
Yes,
it.
it is this game where you're a child named Stella, and you've got a cat named Daisy. It's been a long time since I played it. I beat it, but you are tasked with becoming the new Carrion, the ferryman to take souls to the afterlife.
Oh.
So you are this child running around with your cat, and he gives you this thing called the Everlight, and it's basically an all-purpose tool. And you get a boat, and you use the boat to travel around different islands and pick up spirits who need their fulfillment to reach their afterlife. So you just have to do certain things for them, and it kind of has a very kind of Stardew Valley-esque vibe. So
Okay.
I would describe it like a spinning plate game. Like, I got this going on over here. I got this going on over here. This person needs that. This person needs this. So the whole game, it's 2D side scrolling, and it has the very well animated art style.
like a bash.
It looks more like cell animated. Like it's very cartoonish.
I didn't really think it looked. I mean, it's animated, but it's not
It's-
very anime-like.
I didn't say anime. I said animated.
I think I saw anime in here.
No, I said it looks like Nick Jr. and it does. It reminds me of you get one of the first guys you pick up is a big frog, and it reminded me of the frog from Gullah Gullah Island.
Uh-huh.
Except he's blue and the one in Gullah Gullah Island is yellow. But it's like you're growing crops on your boat. You're building up your boat. You're putting in different things like a forge, like a loom, and all this other stuff, and to complete these tasks for these spirits, and all this really well written, I think. But it gets kind of, your characters get kind of verbose, like they just like.
They
There's
talk
this-
too much.
Yes, there's one guy who's very into art, and he just talks forever about a fucking table. I'm just like, okay, dude.
Hey,
X, X,
that
X,
sounds like
X,
my real
X.
life.
Well, you can play that game, but I didn't end up getting every single spirit to the afterlife. I don't even think I picked up every single spirit, but at some point it said, "Hey, Stella's ready to go. She's done," and I took her to it's the Everdor.
Stella died.
Yeah, everyone's dead in this game because
Even Stella.
Yes,
She's-
it's like purgatory. Like
With the cat?
everyone's dead. Yeah, you're ferrying spirits to the afterlife, and
Kind of like the ferryman.
So she was dead in the beginning.
yes,
Okay.
and the a lot of the stories, like all these people have different traits. Like there's a character who's really into LARPing and like D&D type stuff.
Nice.
And his whole little thing is pretty cool. There's one who's it's probably not experiencing Alzheimer's, but like senility, like you could tell that their mind is falling apart. That one kind of hit close to home. That was hard to get through because it was very relatable. The only problem with that one was I ran into it. The game's kind of glitchy. I ran into a pretty hard glitch with that one where I just couldn't go to bed or the game would hard crash. So I had to figure out a way around that. But that game comes highly recommended for me. I had a lot of fun with it, even though it kind of got to the end. It was just like, okay, I'm done.
Does it
Don't
sound
wanna
like
do this
something
anymore.
I would play?
This sounds like something I might play. It doesn't sound like something Josh would play.
I just remember hearing the
should
buzz
give it a
about
shot.
it, and it was pretty positive. And then we talked to our friend Paula, and she'd been playing it.
Oh,
And
Paul was
I
playing?
was like, well, it's on Game Pass. Let's give it a try. And it was like that night when she was over here, and I had like 3 spirits before she left. I was like, this is great. And I beat that game in like 4 or 5 sittings. Like it was I think it was like 20 hours total. It wasn't that bad. But I
It's
really
on
liked it.
Xbox.
And PC.
Yeah,
It's on
that's
Switch
not-
too. You can buy it on Switch, but it's
Yeah, I'd probably do Switch. How
well,
much is
you have to pay money for it. I think it's like $20.
I'm more likely to play it that way.
Yeah, I
It's
like it.
true. If it's on a portable, Kathy will play it.
I mean,
Well,
I'm not an Xbox person. I never really have been.
I'll keep an eye out on limited run
controller
games and see if
feels
they
weird
put
to
out a
me.
physical version for it on the Switch, and I'll pick it up if that's the case.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Talk about Ghost of Tsushima.
Yeah, Ghost of
Did you
Tsushima.
beat
I mean,
that, Josh?
No.
Have you picked it up at all? Or you just kind of left?
I picked it back up right before for a couple of days there, about a week,
Yeah.
and then Marvel's Avengers came out.
Oh yeah. That's
Yeah.
what stopped. That's why he stopped.
Yeah, so I'll pick it back up in the next.
yeah, I mean, everything I said last week still holds true, but I beat it.
How do you feel about it, Nan?
I liked it. It was
It's not your
a
favorite
little bit
game?
better than average. Yeah, it wasn't my favorite. There was a little story turn there at the end of the second act, which I should have seen coming, but I didn't. And it made
Were
me
you
go like,
pissed about it?
huh?
Was it like a good story turn or not a good story turn?
It was a story turn that needed to happen for that game to continue, I guess, or be interesting in any way, story-wise.
I know,
Because
but you can't say nothing about it because
I
Josh
did-
is here.
haven't said a word about it.
Just saying.
But that first act, like, it's just like, you got to go get the Mongols, and you do, and that's it. And you move forward, and then stuff gets a little bit more interesting in the.
Well, you gotta say something that'll get Josh to pick it back up.
I'm gonna pick it back up.
I liked it. I mean, I want to go back to it because I wrote down there. I might go back and get the platinum because it seems doable. Like it's just kind of a grind.
An easy platinum game.
Looking at trophies, yeah, there might be. Every time I think that, I get like 1 or 2 trophies away, and then like I can't not get this fucking last one. And it's
Hey, what's ghost weapons?
yeah, the ghost weapons are the stuff that you get, like your kunai or your smoke bombs or your grenades. I just wish they were more useful towards the end. They kind of once you get them, they serve that purpose, and that's it. Like they don't you get upgrades on them and stuff, but they never really get fleshed out. There was one specifically. You get the blow dart where you can poison people or make them go crazy, kind of like in Assassin's Creed, where they go and start attacking other people. And in Assassin's Creed, if you blow dart one of the big guys, they will fucking take out a bunch of guards. And this one is kind of just meant for a distraction. Like if you make a guy go crazy and he starts fighting other guards, they're going to kill him, and that's it.
Yeah,
it's just meant for like, hey, look over there, so I can sneak past here,
So
versus just causing chaos like I want to. So
you said you got distracted by an Avengers game?
yeah. The new Marvel Avengers game that came out.
It's like
Tell me about that.
3 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago.
I think it was like almost about 3 weeks now.
Yeah.
It was
What are you
alright.
doing it?
The first person, the single player story is amazing. Like,
Yeah, I was
it felt-
watching videos. I'm like, that fucking looks like it's.
Yeah.
The movies, this voice acting is really good. The direction looked really good. I was like, man, I kind of want to
Who
play
do
that.
you play as?
You play as
Everybody.
So the main character is
Kamala.
Miss Marvel. And
Kamala Khan.
yeah, and at first you're kind of like, why am I playing this? Like, I don't want to be this girl. Like, I want to be everybody else.
Yeah, she looks dumb. Like her homemade suit and her big fists and
But
shit.
it's a girl that's idolized the Avengers, before she met them, and she's trying to fit that part now that she is essentially the whole thing is like you're getting the gang back together. That's her whole story.
Yeah.
And of course she gets them back together because it's an Avengers game. But she makes her own suit because you go into her room and you see like her plotting it together. Like you see like that she's sketched out what she wants to look like.
She explained what her suit is.
Yes.
It's a traditional Indian sports uniform for girls.
Yeah.
That's what she said.
But the single player from the beginning to the end, really good story. I would recommend anybody you find it on sale, pick it up.
You fight MODOK.
How long
They put
was
MODOK
it?
in a game.
How long was it? Maybe 12.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
hours,
12. Because
And then you get into like the Destiny part of the game where you're like, okay, now you can go and play the multiplayer stuff. And that's where you really start to see the bad parts of the game.
the game starts to fall apart a little bit.
Because it's like they have this like challenge unlock system, but it's for each character. So you're having to like put in hours upon hours of like trying. So if you want to like, my main was Thor, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna do this, and then you do these like daily tasks, and then you have weekly tasks, and they added this challenge thing. But the game is just, it needed to be in the oven probably another 6 months,
Yeah.
in my opinion, because it's like there's a lot of bugs.
Yeah.
I've
seen some very funny videos.
Yeah, it's really easy in some areas, and then all of a sudden you'll hit a wall of difficulty out of nowhere, and it's like, it's just the tuning is off. Apparently they just did a patch this week where they fixed 100 or 1,000 bugs and tuned a bunch of stuff.
Spider-Man in it yet?
No, he probably won't be in. My guess is if they were going to put him in, they'd probably put him in around the time that maybe
Miles
Miles
Morales,
comes
yeah.
out or something. I don't know. But my biggest problem with the game is the playing with someone else feels so disjointed because, like, me and Rory were playing, and several times he was like, "Where are you? I don't see you." And
Yeah.
it's like he can't find me
Yep.
because I'm just mixed in with the crowd. And then, like, it just feels like that they weren't finished with that portion, and they were told that like they needed to go ahead and release it
Yeah.
because it needed to be done.
Well, I feel like it's been showcased at like 2 or 3 E3s. Like, it's coming. It's coming,
Yeah.
guys.
And then the biggest thing that pissed me off was the final part of the game of the first player mission. It like lagged out, like it like had a graphical glitch, and like it was really chunky and being weird
During a cutscene.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I watched a live stream where 4 people were playing and one person died in a cutscene and didn't get any rewards for the stuff that happened at the end.
It definitely needs to be baked a little bit longer, and I don't know. My biggest thing is I don't know if a lot of people will be playing it for them to continue to want to put in the effort to make it.
Yeah, that's
Unless it's one of those scenarios, and you feel like you're playing in mud at some portions. Like it's always like that with what is the company that puts it out? They put out Lara Croft, and
Crystal Dynamics.
yeah, their games always feel like
Like mud?
Like your character's running through mud, or like it doesn't feel as fluid of a game as in like if you go pick up Ghost of Tsushima, like everything kind of feels like you're in control of your character.
Snappy.
Same with like Assassin's Creed, the later games. Like you always feel like you're in control of your character. With the Avengers games, it always felt like if I was running towards one direction and then I want to make another, I need to go over here real quick. It always feels like it took another step, or it's just, that's the only way I can describe it, is the character felt like they were in mud.
Yeah.
And it really doesn't make it very enjoyable when you're running around on a ship and you're in these corridors and you get stuck on something, like a small, like little portion, and you're like, God, I just want to get to my goddamn room.
Shelby, have you been watching him play?
I watched him play a little bit.
What do you think about it?
Not a game I would play
Yeah,
based on all the glitches and stuff that I saw.
too glitchy.
Mm-mm.
I might see if there are any deals on that around Black Friday time. See if I can pick it up around then, because I do want to see that the story.
Yeah.
That sounds neat.
Definitely a bargain bin game at the moment.
Yeah, the story is very interesting. I liked watching him play, but I wouldn't play it personally.
Well, Shelby's wearing an Avengers shirt this evening.
I am.
Get around. Have you played anything at all?
I mean, we played Jackbox last night.
Yeah, we played the new Jackbox, or Jackbox 6, 7. Which one was it?
Yeah, 7's
Have y'all played that yet?
Do we?
Wow.
We don't have 7.
7 just came out.
What's on 7?
Tell us about it, Catamount.
Is that what we played?
I believe. I don't know.
There's
Let
like
me
a
look it up.
building. There's like one where like people are in buildings. I don't know.
The one we played, it had one where it was kind of like jokes. You were telling jokes. And
Yeah, we played that one. It didn't go well, I feel like, when we played it at the
it was a
party.
bit awkward.
Yeah, Jackbox 7 has Quiplash 3.
Yeah, we didn't. That's not what
Okay,
we played
must have
in.
been 6
We
then.
played 6.
And then there was like this one where you had to figure out who the aliens were.
Yeah. Wait. I don't know if you guys were there at
We
that game
didn't
night.
play it
It's
with you,
the first
yeah.
time I'd ever seen it.
Because they caught me on the first round.
Yeah, when we played it, we had 2 aliens. I knew immediately who they were.
God
Yeah.
damn it. I'm really bad at that.
And then there was one where you it had these different categories, and you would try to put the people in the room.
Yeah, it was like
Like
you'd pick a topic like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and then you'd see, who's Leonardo, who's Donatello, or
Okay.
who's this
Yeah.
breed of dog, or whose flavor profile. You're bitter, or you're
They
sweet.
had really fun categories. Like one was like a Lisa Frank. And
Lisa Frank Designs was one
that
of the
was
categories.
awesome.
Yeah,
Nice.
what were
I-
some of the other
I was
ones
an
that we
orca
did?
jumping over a wave in an ocean,
We did dogs.
or a rainbow. Yeah, dog breeds,
Yeah.
flavor profiles, the
That
turtles.
game decided that Andy was
It said I was grumpy every single time.
every single time. And then
It literally, when it came time to we don't know exactly who you are, it would be me every single time. Like it pop up and I have to answer more questions.
and I was cute and spooky.
Well, you are wearing a Halloween shirt.
I know, I'm like, it fits.
I think one of mine was like tough and regal. I'm like, okay, whatever.
That one was interesting.
It was-
but the points part, like figuring out who won,
we couldn't
was
figure
kinda
out
weird.
what made it a game.
Okay. Weird.
Yeah.
But the act of it was fun. And then,
There was a drawing one too. No, the alien part had drawing in it. That's what it was.
yeah.
The Jackbox 7 hasn't come out yet, but
Okay.
it's coming out. Quiplash 3.
So we did play the newest one then,
Okay.
as
yeah.
it turns out.
There you go. So, yeah, I played that. And I've been playing Persona 3 some.
Yeah. Kathy will leave the Vita laying around, and I just hear that horn music going.
Yeah, it's a lot of dungeon stuff. I just got Fuka in my party. So
Fuka.
She took...
Represent.
she's like the Futaba pretty much.
Okay.
Where she just kind of...
She's the person who tells you
guide,
what
the
kind of
navigator.
navigator. That's the word I was looking for.
And Mitsuru was a navigator, but now she's actually joined my party now that Fuka
Yeah, Persona 4 does that
there.
switch too, where
or
it's
Rise.
Teddy and then it goes to Rise.
Yeah.
Well, Persona 5 does that too. Like,
switches.
Futaba kind of takes over Morgana's position.
Yes. Yep.
Oh yeah, that's true. They do that too. I
Yeah.
never really thought about
I
that.
hadn't,
but
I hadn't thought about the Teddy and Morgana. They're basically the exact same thing,
Yeah.
except for Morgana never becomes a human boy and walks around and
Oh,
hits on
yeah,
women.
that's sad.
So it's a lot more dungeon crawling than
With Persona 3, it just
4,
has the one dungeon. It's the
5.
Tartarus, and you're trying to get to the top, right? don't you?
Yeah, and it's pretty much 20 floors at a time. Like
Jesus.
you get to, you're on this like full moon cycle. So every full moon you fight a boss, and in the in between time, you try to get up to the next part where you're kind of waiting to fight the boss. And then you still have the social links and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of a thing. And then sometimes people, like regular people, will wander into Tartarus and you have to go rescue them.
Oh no.
And usually the navigator, Fuka, will let you know what kind of floor range they're on, and you just kind of go back and then fight them. But I mean, I'm enjoying it. I haven't been playing a whole lot of games because I've been painting a lot lately and working a lot lately.
And,
yeah.
Kathy has discovered her green thumb and all about the plants.
Yeah. Trying to anyway. I feel like there's still so much I don't know. Like, I'm just doing the best I can.
She's living a real life Stardew Valley or real life Animal Crossing, whatever you want to
Yeah.
say. Did y'all see the Animal Crossing update?
I'm ready for that update. I want to grow pumpkins.
Yes, it
Yeah.
looked,
I already have a
Yes.
farm
it
ready.
looked very spooky, very
That sounds awesome.
yeah, like
I'm so ready for spooky season.
I fucking love my favorite thing about Halloween is not like, horror movies or scary shit. I want my Halloween to look like a first grader's bulletin board.
Yes.
With just like spooky ghosts and a little jack-o'-lantern, and like that's all I want. Like, just give me that all day long.
That's what
Yeah.
our front reception looks like.
Yes, that's amazing.
It's
That
just
is
like
awesome.
little paper ghosts
Yeah.
everywhere. It's great.
Yeah, we went on like a little Halloween spree last weekend.
Yeah, we did. We bought some Halloween stuff, and we're not done,
No.
as it turns out. So we.
I think when the season's over, I'll buy some stuff to like for
That's-
when
that's-
we get like a house. We'll
That's typically what Kathy does. She'll buy a bunch of shit after Halloween's over, and then I think we just end up losing it.
I just know I want to carve a pumpkin this year. Like,
Yeah, we didn't carve one last year. We didn't have a house last year.
yeah, we were
Halloween.
kind of in between.
yeah.
I remember on Halloween, I was like probably in this room painting it.
No,
'cause-
on Halloween last year, we were sitting in the garage, and I was
Are you sure?
pretty sure we didn't sign for this house until like November 2nd.
Wait, we did the Halloween Spooktacular last year.
On Halloween night?
No,
Halloween was in the middle of the
Halloween.
week.
Not on Halloween night, but that week.
Yeah, we dressed
Yeah.
as bananas.
Bananas.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the name of that podcast was Banana Brigade.
Yeah. Hey, sometimes I just write shit down.
I know, right?
I think I was in here painting on Halloween last year.
I don't know. The night you were in here, what the fuck were you talking about? The night you were in here painting, I was sick. And I don't think that was from Halloween.
Because I remember having some candy by the door, like if people came by.
I don't know. Anyway, that's not game related, Kathy Brown.
That's true.
So I want to bring up an old game here for a second.
Okay.
So I beat Ring Fit Adventures.
Oh god.
I beat the adventure mode. And I'm not going to get into it.
You beat fitness.
I beat fitness. Never have to work out again, as it turns out. It prints out a little certificate
Good job.
once you're done.
You win.
People know what that game is. It's been out for a year now. But I have stats, and I wrote them down.
Okay.
That I want to read off here. So this game is super good about keeping track of everything. Absolutely everything. So I played that game. I turned it on and played it for 92 days.
Okay.
92 days it took me to beat it. Time spent exercising. So this is my time moving. Like with the leg strap and the ring and everything.
In the game, like not
In
the
the game.
extra stuff that takes up time.
Yeah,
in the
not
game.
extra stuff. 29 hours, 30 minutes, 4 seconds. That's how much movement I did. Miles ran, or jogged, or whatever, or even moved. 46.68 miles in that time. And this is my favorite one. This is one that they didn't surface to the very end, like it flashes. Shit. It flashes all this stuff as the credits are rolling. The amount of times I pressed in the ring was 14,818 times. And since it is the adventure mode and it plays like a little kind of mini-ish RPG, you are leveling up and stuff like that. I was level 186 when I beat the game. And everyone, if you've ever checked your Switch profile, you know that it keeps track of the hours that you played the game. According to Switch, I played it for about 60 hours. That's how long it took to beat the game. and I'm already on my new playthrough plus or whatever. Like they don't even call them worlds anymore. They just tell you, hey, you should probably be level 187 before you play this level. So I guess I'll keep going.
Do you
So-
feel more fit?
No,
No.
I feel fatter than ever. But the game does and still does a good job of just making me sweat, and it's not hard to do these days. But it is like when I'm working out, I want the sweat. We were talking about it earlier when I was talking about biking and stuff, and
Gosh,
it was easy.
You just sweat anyway.
Yes, sweat walking around, but like I'm talking about like my shirt is drenched sweating. Like, you know what I mean?
Like you feel like you worked out.
Yeah, I feel like I worked out, especially like doing squats and shit, and you get up the next day and you can't hardly walk. Like that shit still feels good. So I know it's doing some type of good for me, even though it's not like the key to fitness or whatever. It's just a fun little thing that gets you moving around. That's ultimately what it is. And the numbers go up. The numbers constantly go up.
And
So-
Andy likes the
and
numbers.
I like the
going
numbers to go up. I like RPGs.
And you said the ring part is kind of weird.
Yeah, my ring started to lose calibration a lot towards the end there. It was kind of a bummer.
Probably like
Kind of a
pushing it
bummer.
in so much. Or?
I don't know.
I mean, you pushed it in 14,000 times.
Yeah, there was a certain exercise that
That's
you
not
do.
even counting the times I pushed it in.
Yeah. Yeah, but like 20, probably.
At least in the hundreds.
But there was an exercise that you have to do where you, describing it here, where you just lift your arm back up behind you and slowly and bring it up and down. Towards the end, I couldn't even do it anymore because it would just get off so much that it wouldn't even count me as doing it. So I had to take that certain exercise out of my attack pattern because I just couldn't do it. The game wouldn't recognize it. So that's a bummer. That's a huge bummer.
Y'all have that game too, don't you?
Yeah. We did our usual and played it for
A little bit.
I think. Well, my thing
is
is if I do the exercises wrong, it starts to hurt my back. It's the reason why I use machines and I don't try to like work out on my own. Just because if I do it wrong, I'm gonna mess something up.
Yeah, it's not gonna be for everybody. I think it does a very good job of doing its very specific thing, and it's so hyper specific. Like you have to like be motivated to do this stuff on your own. Like you don't like. To me, I just want to veg out and do this stuff, listen to music or whatever, and you have to be into like. Oh, it's a game too, where you're like actually doing RPG battles. And
Did you
stuff
see
like
it
that.
as a workout or as a game?
Well, as a game, it was super easy. I think I died once.
I think you saw it as a workout. You're like, oh yeah.
I saw it as a workout.
I'd say it's probably a 70-30 split, more of a game than a workout.
I think if I saw it as a game, then maybe it would have captured me.
I mean, it's got a lot of game-like stuff in it, but
I know. But it's like, how do you categorize that in your brain?
I mean, I don't know. You can go back into the archives and listen to what I talked about it when we first started playing it. But, yeah. Beat that. It's just games of beat. I've been a machine.
Y'all
Past couple
have
weeks.
the Tony Hawk stuff, don't you?
yeah.
Yeah, y'all both been playing that.
I haven't.
I
Josh
haven't either.
has.
I quickly was reminded how much I suck at those games. I guess I don't know. Maybe I can look back at like rose-colored glasses,
Yeah.
and I was a lot better in my head than what I was. But I'm just like so frustrated with that game. I was like, I gotta put this down because I can't continue to play it. Because it's like, I don't know. Maybe I'm just not patient, and I'm not allowing myself to relearn it. But in my head, I'm like, I should be able to do everything I used to.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm mixing up like Skate in that game. I don't know. I feel
Skate's very different.
yeah.
I think I'm about 80% through both games. Like, they give you a little breakdown when you pick each game you want to play. It shows you how percentage is done. And I've unlocked just about all the levels. There's a chopper drop where you have to get like 3 gold medals in Tony Hawk 2, which I don't think is going to happen anytime soon for me. But I've unlocked all the other levels, and I've just about gotten all the goals done in each one. And I've started like playing the ranked
Cooper.
stuff where you just play through a level like single session, see how high the score you get in 2 minutes, or see how fast you can do every single go on a level, and then posting scores online to that. I'm just like, dude, I'm like 70,000 in the world or something. Like the people at the top are just insane numbers. But goddamn, that is a good ass conversion of those games. I fucking love it. I'm just counting down the days.
Do you
to
feel
the
like
announcce.
you're good at it?
I'm getting shit done. Yeah, I can get it done if I need to.
But you
Unless it's
ain't got over 1 million or nothing, right?
no. There's a trophy for getting a 1,000,000 point combo. Like
Oh.
I get like 100,000 in the combo. I'm like, yay!
I
Not
get
even
like
close.
1,000 in the combo. I'm like, yay!
I haven't even tried. Andy's like, you should try it. And maybe if he caught me in the right mood, I would try it. But
Yeah. Watching Josh play, I'm like, I don't remember these levels. And then I remembered the Tony Hawk games that I played.
Probably much later.
It was the underground ones because
Yeah.
I remember, I don't know if we talked about it on the podcast or not.
Yeah, I think we talked about it when we were watching AEW.
Okay, okay. Because the only thing I remember from that game is the scene where you're skating like in a back alley and this van drives up and they kidnap you and it's Bam Margera and Tony Hawk.
oh my
That's the
god,
only thing I remember about that game.
I'm just counting down the days till they announce that Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3, which is my favorite one. They're going to put that in there as DLC, like $20 downloaded. I'm there day one because like all the stuff they added is so smart. They added all these challenges to your profile. Like you're just constantly doing things. You got a little progress bar, like a level up progress bar for your character. And I'm like level 32 or something. But yes, I keep telling myself I unlocked the last level in Tony Hawk 2. I was like, I think I'm done. I'm not going to go back and do every goal. I'm not going to go back and get every stat point. But just today, it's going back and doing other goals and trying to get the stat points and stuff like that.
how long have you played it, Josh?
Maybe 3 or 4 hours. I got stuck on the first level for so long, and I was just like, I could feel myself. Like
I can see it. You look pissed.
I
tell you're
could feel
so
myself
pissed about it.
getting more and more stressed out and more not having fun to the point that like I got to put this game down because I'm just not enjoying it.
You definitely have to put yourself back into like 1998 because it's like these goals are so arbitrary and like Tony Hawk, the game's always controlled weird. Like if you get in a little corner, you're kind of stuck there. It's like until you can like get out and like.
Yeah, you're not convincing me to play that.
There's I fucking love it. This be I guess first time I said this in public, but we did a Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 Cathay Place Classic.
Oh yeah, we did.
Oh.
And
it was hard as shit, man.
The audio was so fucked up that I haven't posted it. I haven't done anything with it. But
Yeah,
I think towards the end
that
of
was
it,
terrible.
you were getting it. And you were like, okay,
You think so?
yeah. It's about picking your battles. It's like you go in there. It's like okay, I'm going to get all the letters for skate. SKATE. Yes.
Yes, you can spell skate.
I can. So you probably going to see one or two of them when you start. Like that, I got that one, and then you have to know that I'm not going to get the rest of them in this run, but I can look for them, and so the next run I'm ready. And that knowledge builds up, and I don't know.
Have you ever played anything else?
I was right there with Josh, not feeling good about myself. Just like, I can't do this anymore. I can't even get the fucking high score in the very first level. Like I should be able to be nailing this, but it clicked at some point, and I've been loving it ever since. So.
I haven't gone back for it to click yet. I might go back ever since the first South Park game, of the new ones, not like the original South Park.
Stick of Truth?
Yeah. Ever since
Love that game.
That game broke me with the farting and having to fart bend over top of someone that it basically I had a moment in my life where it was like, why am I doing this? Why am I stressing myself out about getting this? I've been doing this forever. And ever since then, when I was just like, you know what? I'm done. And I took the game back and I put it in Redbox and I didn't look back ever since. I don't even think I picked up the second one. I watched you play it.
Yeah, I play that all the way through. Took me a couple days.
So it's like ever since then, when I'm playing a game and I start to feel that like little bit of stress and rage get in my head, I'm like, this is just a game I can't play. I'm sorry. It's like the new hotness that's going around right now is Among Us.
Yeah.
He will never play that game.
I will never absolutely ever play that game because
I don't think I would ever want him to play that game.
Because
I want to play it.
No.
I'll play it with you guys.
I'm too competitive. I know that I will have fun initially, and then after that, it will just be misery for me because I'll be blamed for something I didn't do, and then I'll get really defensive, and I won't be able to turn it off, and that's just.
Well, that Jackbox game we played last night was basically Among Us, but in Jackbox, but without like
the aliens,
without the walking around and stuff like that. Yeah, Among Us looks.
Yeah.
Have you been playing any more Fall Guys?
Play a little bit more. She got a crown.
I did get a crown.
How'd you do that?
She won.
I got a crown and I retired.
Yeah, her brother was over and she was like...
Well, I was showing Brandon the game. I'm like, Brandon, watch me play a couple rounds of this game. And then before I knew it, I was in the final round. I was like, this has never happened before. And then, so we're all sitting there like watching me do it. And I jump and I get the crown and we all...
What did Brandon think?
He thought it was fun. He played a couple rounds.
Yeah.
Yeah, we tried to do the same thing with some friends of ours that came over, and I was like, check out this game, and like couldn't get past the first round. It's just fucking dying over and over again.
Oh yeah.
So
That was when Chris and Jason were there.
Yeah.
They put in some new stuff into each like map too.
That's what they need to do to keep that game alive. If they're gonna keep getting like microtransaction money, they need to keep it fucking moving constantly.
Yeah, season 2 comes out and I think it brings in a whole slew of new events. So.
I love the idea of that game, like fucking basically Battle Royale, but Double Dare obstacle courses, like, or Guts or whatever kids game show you want to plug in here. That's what that game is, but in practice, I'm just like, I don't know, like, I guess it's true for me for multiplayer games in general. Like, if a game doesn't have an end, I'm kind of...
Yeah. I feel like it's a very game, like, the last time we played me, you, and Rory on PlayStation.
And Rory took a phone call in the middle of one of the matches.
Did he?
Were you both drunk that night?
We were drinking.
What were you drinking?
So I clipped it too because it was on Twitch. So we were on one of the levels and me and Josh had died and Rory was the only one left living. And all of a sudden he's like, "Oh, I'm getting a call."
Oh, he got a call from his mom or something.
No, it was not his mom. And he answered it. He's like, "Hello?"
Oh.
And it was, I guess he had ordered boba tea.
Oh, boba tea. Yeah, I remember.
To have it delivered to his house.
Man.
And the people at the restaurant were like, "Hey, did you place an order?" He's like, "Yes, I did." And you can't hear the other end of the conversation. All we hear is Rory say, "Oh no, I wanted it delivered."
He's like, "Why would I come get it? I ordered from here."
Yeah, and he's like, "Oh, I didn't know that pickup was an option. Like I ordered it for delivery, and I guess like they couldn't deliver it to him." He was like, "Oh, well, I can't drive. I'm drunk." And
So then what?
He proceeded to tell them, "I'm very disappointed. I was looking forward to having your delicious tea." And then hung up on them, I guess. Josh and I are losing it the whole time this conversation's going on.
Just some boba tea?
Yeah.
That's all he
I
ordered?
can tell Rory was really drunk because I can tell when he's drunk because it's just the way that he talks. He's just like, "Oh, well."
He kind of gets proper.
He's like, "Oh, well, that's very disappointing. I was looking forward to having your delicious tea in my mouth." That's exactly what he said.
He sort of gets like a proper,
very proper Canadian friendly.
That's
Canadian,
hilarious.
but he's still trying to voice his displeasure too
Yeah.
at the same time.
That's so
If
funny.
it
Who
would've been
orders
American-
a drink for delivery? I mean, that's just funny.
He really
anyway.
wants some boba tea.
Yeah, if it would have been American, like if Rory was American, he would have been on that phone like, "I want my fucking boba tea. I want it now."
I don't care if you have to get your own fucking car and bring it here yourself.
Yeah.
That's some funny ass shit. I tell you that.
I
just
think
made
it's a
my
game
night.
they got to play with people. Like you can't just.
Is there any benefit to playing with people outside of it just being you're
just
playing
fuck,
together.
You can fuck with each other.
Okay,
So
but
it's
like if Rory had won that match, y'all both been dead, it would counted for all of y'all or just him?
just him.
See,
I mean,
So
you
he would
get,
just
you
spectate.
get a better chance at winning because you know that 3 other people are with you.
Yeah.
I guess. But I don't know. I like it. I kind of forgot about the game until we just started talking.
well, don't stuff like in
Well, I
like
just got to
Fortnite
think
and
about it. We
like
played it the
PUBG,
same-
if you're in
us in our
if you're in a
podcast.
group and surviving members win, it counts as a win for you, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
This is very like
It's
all
very
for
it's,
one.
yeah, it's a very different experience.
I guess you'd still be happy. Like Rory almost won. We were like, you almost won one too, because I was sitting there like
That fucking timer could kiss my ass.
I was like, okay, there's no way I'm gonna go and steal the tail from my own wife. So I was sitting there like grabbing other people and like pulling them forward. I was like, run, run, run! And she got caught in the corner.
The clock hit 0. I had a tail, and somebody had grabbed it from me
Oh,
as
my
I guess the
God.
clock hit 0. Bullshit. I call bullshit.
That's too
Total
funny.
opposite situation. If I had the tail, Shelby would have been over there trying to grab it from me.
That's so funny.
Yeah, I'd take Kathy's tail in a heartbeat. I'm trying
Oh
to win.
yeah, Andy would for sure. What an asshole.
That's why I can't play Among Us, because as soon as Shelby called me out on something, I'd be
Even
like,
though if I were right,
yeah.
because I can tell, like, when you're lying because we've known each other for so long
even
now.
If she somehow got me out, I'd be salty for the rest
Yep.
of the
He'd
day.
be salty, even if I knew that he were the
He'd be
traitor.
the same way.
Have you ever
I know,
Have
but
you ever
that's
played
the-
any of the card games like Avalon and Werewolf Resistance? or
We
whatever?
bought One Night Ultimate Werewolf. We have not played it yet, but I have a feeling that same thing might happen.
We played quite a bit of Avalon. I don't think it ever got personal. It's just like it's like you're the bad person.
I think if we never played Dead of Winter and I called him out for being the betrayer because he was acting a little funny and he didn't get so butthurt about it.
That's what we need to
I
do.
guess I got
we haven't
butthurt
played board
because
games
like,
in a
I
long
went
time.
to the whole situation
Because
we
I
were
backed
pla-
you into a corner.
No, we were playing with a couple who were like helping each other the entire time.
Because
And then
neither
I
one
looked
of
at-
them were the betrayer.
But I was looking over at her. I was like, "Man, you're throwing me under the bus here." So that's when I turned it on and threw it back at you. And I was like,
Because
"Actually, I think
I knew.
you're the betrayer."
No, because I knew they were helping each other out. Because
Who was the betrayer?
He was.
I was.
And I called
You have no
him
right to be
out.
mad then.
Exactly.
But-
You were the betrayer.
Like I was like, well, why didn't you get that trash can or that gas can from whatever? Because like that would have helped us. We needed gas cans this round. Like I think you're trying to fuck us over. That's it. Then he was like, well, that sounds like something a betrayer would say. I'd be like, what the fuck are you talking about? So
It was
it's
just-
that shit.
But that is how the game's played.
That is how the
See.
game is supposed to be played, and I was having fun with it, but he took it personally
I
that I
took it
called
from
him
a
out.
different avenue because I was like, "You're still supposed to cover my ass," like because
I'm playing for me.
I took it like this. I come from an area that like if Rory knew I was the betrayer, he still wouldn't have come after me.
But
Yo, I'm trying to win
I
the
don't
game.
know if you're the betrayer. If you're the betrayer, we're not on the same team.
Yeah.
I'm a
But-
survivor.
Cat Brown, if you'd been an alien last night in that Jackbox game we played, I would have called you out. Over
But
and
I
over again.
wasn't.
I
It's
know.
not like
I
I was
was a
calling
human.
you out because I hate you.
Oh my goodness.
Well, that-
We don't need-
That Jackbox game was it felt very obvious when someone was the alien. Would you?
Was it?
I kind of did, but
Yeah.
I wish I'd gotten to be able to play from the aliens.
Yeah, me
perspective
too.
because
Like it,
I feel like I didn't really understand.
The
Yeah.
alien's perspective sucks. It screwed
seems
me
like,
over.
it seemed like they had way more
But it had
options and
hacks
stuff. Like
and
they can
stuff.
like hack.
Like, what the fuck?
They could hack what question the humans get and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Like that
so-
seems way more powerful than what I could do. All I could do was like look and see who was tested, how many times they were tested, and what people's vote were during that test.
And for us, for some reason, every time we played the alien game and there was like a deliberation or some kind of questions, like the answers would be exactly the same.
Yes, that was another
That
problem with
happened
that game.
like 4 times.
The answers weren't like, you know, when I was in college, I did blank. It was like, I think a college education is good. Strongly agree, slightly agree, disagree, strongly. It was all that.
Yeah.
So when it came time to like, who's the alien? Like question, it would be like both answers would be like strongly disagree. I'm like, they're both the same. You know what I mean? It's hard to take a judge from that. But I want to play Among
We
Us.
need
I
to
think
play
it looks
some
a
more
lot-
board
like a lot of
games,
fun.
man. I just got the itch.
I would like to play One Night Ultimate Werewolf.
We have
Yeah, should
Avalon.
do that. That would be fun.
We never played it with like the full rule set. Like there's like pieces to that game. I think there might be a little map or something too. We just play with the cards and whoever is the bad person And
I'm about to take Lucy to 4 Paws Inn because she's got some mats.
Not
I'm feeling it.
I mean, not sponsored, but yeah.
it's a great thing to bring up during the podcast, Kev Brown.
I know.
I don't know. I guess to wrap up the whole Among Us thing, it's fun to watch, but I'm not sure if I'd be interested in playing.
You just gotta not take it personally.
I'm gonna take it personally. I'm a competitive person. That is like built into my.
Are you competitive?
I'd play it for like 2 or 3.
I'm
2 or 3
not
even
games.
a-
As soon as it gets competitive, I'm like, okay, I want to back off now.
Yeah, I'm just
Drunk
competitive.
me is competitive. I am the Mario Kart champ.
Shit, no. Goddamn, no.
We weren't able to do the annual Mario Kart tournament this year.
It's because someone's running scared. That's all I'm hearing.
No, it was because of the
Someone
Rona.
released the COVID virus.
Someone released the coronavirus.
Excuses. That's literally
That's
on
all
me.
you
Yeah, I wanted to have a party on Halloween because it's it's on a Saturday this year, but I don't know if that's a good idea or not.
Yeah.
No, but I do want to have a get together soon because I feel like it's been a
You know how
while.
close I've been to buying
Man.
the AEW title at Walmart just so we can have something be like, I'm the Mario Kart champion.
Can
I was going to
we-
Sharpie and write Mario Kart. Where it's
Well,
like-
yeah, because I was thinking of buying like a cheapie like WWE or whatever one I can find and like sanding it down and making our own.
I have a replica
Not-
$179 version in my favorites on eBay right now that I've been looking at.
Nice.
I'm like, could I swing this? I mean,
That's what's up.
Well,
I want the real thing. I don't want a little like.
I'm gonna make us a Pixel Pub belt.
That'd be
left,
amazing.
right, left, right.
Or just
That would
like
be awesome.
a fucking like trophy or something like hold up and be substantial.
Would it be like a? Would our trophy be like a flogging or something?
Yeah, it'd be a
Yeah, we could get a custom.
mug but with 2 handles. And be like, yeah.
Oh man, a mug with 2 handles sounds great.
We could get a custom
We
mug.
could get a custom mug.
They
that would
absolutely
be our
make
trophy.
mugs with 2 handles.
Oh my
I've
God,
seen
and
them
then we
before.
That's a really good idea.
We can make a YouTube channel and all we would do is compete against each other for the cup.
Or we just upload it to the regular channel and.
Oh no, we do.
Yep.
Where the fuck do we upload these videos at? Oh god.
So many videos.
Uh,
I gotta put
YouTube.com/PixelPub Podcast, I believe.
I've also been playing House Flipper.
Yeah, she's been flipping houses like crazy.
Yes, it's the scam where you
Yeah,
walk
they
into a
have
dirty
DLC.
house and you make it clean.
Yeah, they had HGTV DLC and then a garden DLC. So now all my yards look pretty too.
Nice. The game seems calming.
It's very
I'm
calming.
happy. You're happy.
Apparently.
Siri?
What's my dad's name? That's what.
Oh, Siri heard us.
Interesting.
It is very relaxing. I'll put Pandora on and I'll just redecorate and demolish houses and because you can.
It's been out for a while too.
Yeah, I think I bought it at launch.
You bought it when it was like still in beta or something like
Yeah,
that, and now
I
it's,
did, and it's really great now.
Nice. Yeah.
What's going on?
I have no idea.
Is it tight?
Got it.
Oh.
Got it.
Yeah.
Problem solved. Had a wire touching a button on a little screen here. It's fine. But yeah, that House Flipper seems like something that I would like get into in just like a weekday afternoon, like just veg out for a minute before like I'm done with work.
Mhm.
I ain't gotta worry about dinner or anything else. I'm just gonna do this for a little bit.
I'll play for hours.
That's what I was doing with Minecraft. I was just like, I need to build. I
Yeah,
just need to build.
yeah.
I don't want to get this high combo in Tony Hawk. I don't want to save the world in some other game. I just want to fucking build something. Or I just want to dig. And in House Flipper, I just want to clean.
Yep.
Yes. That game, when I saw that, I'm like, what? Why would fucking people do that? And I saw someone playing, I was like, oh, that's why people would do that. I saw a similar game that's been out for a long time, where you are I don't remember the name of the game, but you're like a cleanup crew that comes in after like someone.
It's actually a co-op game. It's
Yes,
a,
it is a
Yeah.
co-op game where you're cleaning up like a space station and stuff, like clean up guts and stuff from aliens.
you get a bucket,
squish,
and then
squish.
if you accidentally tip over the bucket while it has blood in it,
Yep.
then it will.
Get a bucket and a mop.
Yeah, that's a crime scene.
Yes.
What ass crime scene?
Games. I still got more games, guys.
So many games.
Kathy doesn't want me talking about EverOS as well being here, but there's really not much to say. Kathy's looking at me. She's in another room, but I think
She
Ever
looks
Oasis.
disappointed in you.
I think Ever Oasis is her favorite game of all time. One of them. It's just really not clicking for me. Like I've been going on a 3DS kick here lately, just like playing through 3DS games that I hadn't played, and Ever Oasis was on the list, so I was going to play through it. And it's kind of a mix between like Animal Crossing and The Legend of Zelda.
Okay.
So you're like building up a little town, growing crops, keeping villagers happy, stuff like that. And then you're actually exploring dungeons and stuff that are very Zelda-esque with like puzzles, and you bring certain villagers with you that have certain abilities to bypass certain puzzles. And we were actually going to visit Kathy's grandparents in the morning, and I'm going to bring it with me to play some more, but it's just, I have a feeling I'm going to beat that game and still feel the exact same way I'm feeling about it right now. And I don't know why. Like, it's just not, the cylinders aren't firing for me. Like, it's very strange.
When I played that game, I was like, this game is letting me know that I am doing the job that I need to be doing every day. Like, you foster community spirit, and you bring people together for festivals, and
Yes.
you rescue friends. I'm like,
think
this
I'm about
sounds
to do
like
my-
my
I
job.
think I think I'm about to do my first festival, and even that was just kind of like, I even asked Kathy, I was like, what am I supposed to do to get this? And she didn't even know.
I can't even
She had
remember.
no idea.
I just
Okay.
remember that I really liked that game a lot.
Well, hopefully next podcast I will have beaten it and I can give you a more concise what I think about it.
Speaking of your job and community spirits and everything, I won the battle karaoke again.
Yes,
I know. And I was thinking earlier, I was like, I should have got her crown from Ryan or something, so I'd have it for you here. Yeah, he got this crown. Yeah, so I'm surprised he didn't.
And it's I believe it's kind of a bigger deal this year because it was because of the virus we can't do the big public gathering.
Mm-hmm.
It was online and pre-recorded, and it was vote by donation from the community, and you still won. So
I know.
it wasn't even like
Still,
it wasn't like four. It wasn't four people judging it. It was everyone in the community judging it and paying money to vote. So that was pretty cool.
I
Yeah.
just like that I was able to help raise money for
Hey,
you guys and everything.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
I mailed you a thank you note. Probably get it in a few days.
Well, way to spoil
You
it.
did?
I think it was going out on Friday.
Oh,
But yeah,
boy. I love getting mail.
you're gonna get mail from me.
I don't get to check the mail as much as I used to because I'm just at home.
Oh.
But hey,
Just existing.
thanks for keeping the arts alive during this strange time facing the pandemic.
Always. I'm down.
That's right.
You're
Two
gonna enter
artists
next year,
here.
right?
I know, you should have.
Shelby should just retire now at this point and become a.
I said
Judge.
if I win 5 times in a row, I'll just become a judge every year.
I've already thought about asking Shelby to judge, but I know she would have so much more fun performing than judging.
I think you should just let someone else win now, like Andy.
I don't want to retire
Like
yet.
Andy.
I don't want
Andy
to.
wants to get up there.
I don't want to retire yet.
I know, 2 more times.
2 more times.
You gotta at least do one more live event.
Yeah. I gotta
For
do a live
sure.
event with the audience.
I noticed that there were people playing instruments in there. Like they had like a full band or something like that. It was kind of weird.
No, it was like community.
What?
on the video. I thought there was a band.
Yeah, there were sections where bands from the community
But they weren't
Who?
up
Right?
for.
Oh.
like the girl in her couch on her couch in the living room with the
Oh
musicians and
yeah. So she was unique because her dad is in his own band, and he writes songs for her, and she has cystic fibrosis, which is why she was like not really interested in coming out because her health is at risk facing the pandemic. So
Okay.
they just did this thing at home, and they didn't compete because it was like an original song. So it was just more of like a guest
Yeah.
type scenario. Guest
I mean,
performance.
I could be a judge, but could I still do like a halftime song where like during
She still wants
intermission
to
I
sing.
Totally.
sing?
I think so.
And here we go. 3-time winner, Shelby Caroon.
Yeah.
She's gonna have both trophies now. Crown.
No, I'm
crown.
gonna wear the crown, the medal, and the
Yes, gosh, that would
'Cause
be
I have a medal.
awesome.
Wait, you guys gave me a trophy and a medal the first year. The microphone was the first year, sorry. The
microphone's
trophy the
cool.
second year. And now a crown. so.
Well, I agree that a photo must be taken with you wearing all your
all of my
all of your
All of my-
awesomeness.
Just capture
almost
it. Bling, bling.
Yes.
bling,
And then
bling.
Andy's
That would
gonna
be a
put out a
great
video,
photo.
like a
Yeah,
promo
I should
video.
have that crown because then I could have taken a picture of you and posted it to our page.
Do like a Moxley style video of like I'm coming. For you.
Yeah. Just like the days carved into the wall.
of Andy coming for my crown.
There's like a microphone
I'll wear
swinging
it.
through like a
I'm gonna
light.
wear it while I'm
Then
judging.
instead of like
Heck yeah,
instead of like
I'll
a
be
like
up
a
in
mad
the
wrestling
balcony
face, I
with
get
my
like the
crown on,
Rockettes
like,
and I'm dancing.
I know with your microphone and
Bustin', bustin',
Bustin', bustin', bustin'. That's my karaoke song right there.
Man,
Oh
you
shit.
better not be singing that song.
I ain't afraid of no sleeping. I ain't afraid of no bed. Bustin' makes me feel good.
So you played Super Hot?
Yeah, Super Hot VR. I probably shouldn't even write that down. I
It
played
never happened.
Yeah, I played like 10 minutes of it. Like maybe more of an hour, really, now that I think about it. But it's a cool concept. The PSVR is just, I don't think it's really made for something that precise. I want to do a VR kind of thing for Pixelpub where we all play VR games and record it and just have
Rick and Morty.
goofy fun. And that would be one of them. So I don't want to give too much of it away of what it is if you've never heard of Super Hot or what it is.
I played it.
Yeah, it's that in VR, but they're like new levels and stuff.
Yeah.
But still a super cool concept. I love it.
As long as we get to play that bar game again.
Yes,
I know.
I just want to hold people
That's
in.
a fun
that's a
Thought
perfect PSVR game because it's so insane.
Well, and we're the Pixel Pub, so we can just do bar fighting.
Yes,
Oh, what are you gonna say to me? Yeah.
Yes.
that's an incredible.
Pick it up.
Yes,
Death Stranding.
yeah. I played.
Man,
I played a fair bit of Death Stranding.
all I got
You
to
haven't
say
beaten it yet?
is that game was interesting
Not that
to
much.
watch. Shelby, did you watch Josh play that game?
I watched him beat it.
What did you think about it?
I really liked it.
Yo, that game is fucking weird.
Is there a lot of stuff built up?
Huh?
Is there a lot of stuff built up in the world that you're playing in already? Or
So when you first start it, you're not actually connected to the server. I realized that because as soon as I started walking around, I'm like, where is everything? I think it was once you get to like the wind plant, the wind power plant, the factory or whatever
Yeah.
the thing is. That's when it kind of you get into it, and that's when I started saying, "Oh, there's a bridge there," and it definitely you start to see more stuff, which was
Yeah.
cool.
it makes me wonder if like the game is going to be harder for you now that a lot of people aren't playing it.
Or easier, because does their stuff stay up forever?
No,
or?
it starts to degrade over time.
Oh,
the
really?
the
All I
Wait,
know is
some of the
there
stuff-
was
some
this
of the stuff's
weird
been up
little
there-
baby.
Yeah, some of the stuff's been up there for a while. We don't have to explain the concept of Death Stranding. The game's a year and a half old, but some of the stuff like bridges and watchtowers and stuff that are along the way have been up there. It seems like for a while because they have like hundreds of thousands of likes,
Yeah.
and they might be seated in the game, but the names that are attached don't look like PSN screen names. So
Yeah.
I don't know, but like that game doesn't hold your hand at all.
Nope.
Like it's Hideo Kojima at his fucking craziest. Like at least Metal Gear Solid starts at the point of, hey, it's military guys going into a military base because something bad's going to happen. Like this game does not, like 10 minutes into the game, you're talking to the president of the United States, who happens to be your mom, and it, like
Dude, I started watching and Andy was like carrying this body and he was like, it's my mom.
who happens to be the
And
president
the
of the United
president
States.
of the United States. And I'm like,
Yeah.
what?
It gets weirder.
It gets weirder.
It gets a whole lot weirder.
And then he was like, it's like the character didn't even like his mom. And
Yeah,
I'm like,
but then he kind of did, and I guess I'm going after my sister.
It's the most Kojima.
Maybe.
It goes full Kojima.
Yeah,
I still don't fully understand.
You have to buy in. I think I said this with a review. You have to buy into the world and wanting to see it through.
Yeah, because I think that was on your top.
It was my number one,
It
wasn't
was
it?
Yeah.
your number one on your top 5
Yeah.
games of the year during our.
Because I felt like I was changing the world, and like everything I was doing was meaningful amongst the communities that I was going and connecting with. Like I find a community, oh man, we really need this. I'm like, okay, I can do that. And
Yeah.
going.
I don't think I'm going to stick with it, honestly. The last, and I haven't even unlocked all the stuff yet. Like they talked about the piss grenades, but I haven't gotten one yet. I've ran into the BTs, the bad guys, and I just run away. And the guys who come out the sludge that grabbed me was just super annoying. I've ran into a bunch of those. But like the last thing that I did was like I've unlocked like not the main mission orders, but like standard orders, I think is what they call them. And I did one where it's just like, okay, you have 45 minutes to deliver a package on this side of the map and that side of the map. I'm like, you know what? I don't want to do that, and I turned it off.
The last 20 minutes of that game was pretty good.
Last hour and a half of it.
Was
Like,
it?
it has a lot of exposition.
I couldn't like the
Everything
time
sort
frame.
of wraps up. Yeah, it's interesting. It's
It-
a very weird game.
I feel like there was an interview from like one of the developers of Super Mario 64, and one of the things that stuck out to me from the interview, this was years ago when I read it, was I guess it came down from Miyamoto himself. It's just like the number one priority for developing this game. Step one is to make movement fun. Like
Yeah.
you want to move around, you want it to be fun. I feel like Kojima took that and said, I want to make movement harsh, brutal, and just cumbersome in the craziest ways. And I don't know.
I remember climbing up a mountain and just fucking losing all my shit and be like, damn it. Sorry. I didn't know you were there.
That's Lucy being
And
Lucy.
just having to pick everything up and like, and then just keep going. I don't know. I really enjoyed the game. I look back on it fondly now that it's all done, which is the exact opposite of The Last of Us, which I kind of hate the first game now. After
Oh, don't do that.
Oh no!
Don't put Last of Us 2 sins on Last of Us 1.
yeah, but it's canon,
Yeah, it is.
so I kind of like.
Well, The Last of Us, we talk about it all the time now. I think it's the official game of Pixel Pub. But
Yeah.
What is?
The Last of Us Part 2.
Oh shit!
Still, I still think that game plays better than the first one. The story is shit compared to the first
Yeah.
one. But
Yeah.
It's
It's kind of one of those things where, like, the first Matrix movie was amazing,
yeah.
and then you see the next two, and you're like, well, it ruined.
Well, the next one is like shit, and then the third one's like, what?
Yeah, like he's Jesus.
Yeah. This, God. What if they.
Oh no!
Yes. Abby is Neo,
Yeah.
and Ellie is Morpheus.
I wouldn't play a third one.
Josh is just shaking his head.
I hope that's just a franchise to just let it go.
Yeah, I bet.
Maybe make some new ones.
Do you think they will?
If it made money,
I doubt
if it made money, they're gonna make another one.
I don't
Oh,
think
yeah.
it made money. I think it only did really good at the first, and then it had bad.
Once
Really?
the bad reviews came out, I think
Yeah.
the sales.
Not nearly as The Last of Us 1.
Yeah, the only anecdotal story I've heard of a game being really good this year, as far as sales wise, was Animal Crossing. That's the only one that's just like, yeah, it fucking did. Game did
Animal
great.
Crossing.
I've been watching these YouTube videos of like really decadent islands.
Mhm.
Those are pretty fun.
I want to redo my island, but I do not have the time. So like,
Yeah,
I don't
that's
want
a
to
lot of
terraform all the shit back to where it
I
was,
do need to pick back up some Animal Crossing.
to the point where like I'm tempted to start a new island.
Can you?
Mm-hmm. I'm sure I could sell it and.
You did that before, and then you never. you put everybody out of house and home. You took all the money, and then you never actually did it in the last Animal Crossing. Why don't you just wait and do them quarterly updates?
Are you okay, Cooper?
It's like I itchy.
Itchy.
Well,
Itchy, buddy.
I kind of want to see. I kind of want to see Death Stranding up to the end because
I think you should.
I've beaten every other Hideo Kojima game since Metal Gear Solid, so might as well do this one too. Even when I didn't like them, like Metal Gear Solid 2, I didn't really like. But anyway, so yo guys, Super Mario 3D All Stars came out.
Oh boy, a 3-pack.
That game got announced and came out since the last time we recorded, I believe.
You didn't seem very happy with it.
What a fucking bummer that game is. Oh my god. They didn't even do... So, let me talk about my tier list of what this game could have been.
Uh-oh.
There's only like 3 tiers. Bare minimum should have been what they did plus Super Mario Galaxy 2.
Okay.
Because they already did the work for Super Mario Galaxy 1. Why not put the second one in there? They didn't. Top tier would have been that plus doing a complete revamp of Super Mario 64 because that game was dated as shit. Obviously, because it's 24 years old now, I believe. But they didn't do that either. They did some updates on the textures on those games. So, like, you know, Mario's eyeball is a circle now, not some pixelated mess. And they did some update on the UI elements so they don't look blurry as shit because they were made for an N64, not an HD television. But with that being said, is she okay?
Hey, Lizzie.
Yeah.
I'm just want to pet her.
Okay. Well, with that being said, I put it in and got like 16 stars in Super Mario 64. First things. Still fits like a glove, just like Tony Hawk. I'm talking about a lot of remakes this year. There's been a ton of remakes.
And
It's
there's
been
more
insane.
coming out.
Yeah, I know. I got that Kingdom Hearts, not Kingdom Hearts, fuck. Kingdoms of Amalur re-reckoning in my Amazon wish list. Only $33. That's not even a remake. It's just
I'm waiting for that one to come out on Game Pass or something.
It's just a
Sure it's
fucking
going to.
port. Yeah, it's well, they might have taken the EA stuff out of it because that's THQ Nordic now is putting that out. But that EA Game Pass is coming to Xbox Game Pass as well, which is pretty cool. So I think that's my whole list. Sorry, guys.
They did
Oh,
a remake of Mafia. We were watching
Yeah.
Carnage play it this morning. Looks really, really good.
That looks like a game that I would play.
Yeah, it's very like.
The only Mafia game I played was 2.
It
Yeah,
looks
I always,
very L.A. Noir.
yeah, I'm intrigued with that style of game.
If it's anything like Mafia 2, then it's not like LA Noir at all.
Hey, kid, go buy yourself a
Yeah.
thing of milk down the street and come back up and give me the paper. It's just like weird. I don't know. It's something intriguing about that era.
That first Mafia game, I believe, is the game where you have to follow the traffic laws while you're driving.
Yeah,
You do?
yeah. He
Oh my god, I do that anyway in GTA. I'm that person.
Yeah, the Mafia 2, the only thing I remember about that is I got it for $5 at Toys R Us because I bought Dragon Age 2 the day it came out. And you like, get this game for $5 too? I was like, okay. And I played through it, and it was like, there was a scene that took place during Christmas in like a suburb, and it felt very just cozy to me. I loved it. I was like, this is awesome. But that was just like 5 minutes of the game. So, and, you know, it was a Mafia story. In the 40s or 50s. In Empire City, I believe is what the city was called.
makes you never want to go join any sort of like
Yeah. It's like
crime gang.
everybody will betray you.
Yeah, it's just like
Everybody will stab you in the back.
yeah. I
What'd
might
you do with
pick that up and
Tommy?
buy it. I don't know.
Hi,
It was fun watching.
That Mafia 3 was on PS Plus a while back.
Buddy.
I got that. That one's different. It's not,
It's in
it takes place in like the 60s or 70s, like after Vietnam.
yeah.
It's a good boy.
But
Just wanted to
Well, anyway, so that's the games we've been playing. That's the news that's been happening that we cared about. Pretty sure. Oh, shit. There's a new Nier coming out. I know you don't care. I care. I watched the fucking trailer. It looked awesome.
yeah, I was gonna. There's a guy that I work with who would always tell me about the game and like, you gotta try it, man. You gotta try it. And I'm like, I don't know, man. It just doesn't look like something I'm interested in. But he's like, no, you gotta try it. I was gonna message him, and he was out that day that they announced it. I was
yeah.
like,
Damn.
Yeah, Nier Replicant, and it's got like a Kingdom Hearts subtitle, like 1.69. Yeah, Replicant, I think is what it's called.
it's on Game Pass apparently.
Which Nier? Which one?
The new or what? The one before the next one that they just announced.
Automata.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But-
that was the one I played, and it was an insane ride, a completely insane ride. Incredible soundtrack. The vinyl is on Square Enix's website for like $90, and I'm like, man, I should just fucking get it.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I just feel like it's a game that I would step out of my comfort zone to play, and the last time I did that was Devil May Cry 5, and I was like, "What the fuck is going on here?" Like,
Yeah, the near.
Watching him play Devil May Cry 5 was the funniest shit. He's like, what's going on? Why are they dancing?
it's like,
Yeah.
why is he destroying people, or like, how did he split his motorcycle in half, and now he's using both motorcycles as weapons?
I have a feeling that if you play Nier Automata, that the story and the layers to it and what they do with it, even at a gameplay level, is weirder than anything in Death Stranding.
Oh, man.
They do so much crazy shit. Like it's layer upon layer upon layer. I played through that game 5 times.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a short game, but like, yeah, it's
one of those things that, like, with Kojima, I knew what I was getting myself into, and I'm just like, this is just what it is. I'm a Kojima fanboy.
I think this guy Square Kataru, I think is his name. He's making a name for himself, so that no one that's coming out, everyone knows it's him again. So
maybe I'll download it before, as long as like the pre-patch for WoW doesn't hit this week, then I might.
Do you think I
I'm
would like
waiting
it,
for the
Andrew?
pre-patch.
You need to get to 70
Do you think
before
I
you
would
have the
like it?
pre-patch.
what, Nier? No.
Well,
You watch me play through the.
You can get to
just about the
70.
entire
I can
game.
probably get the 70 tonight. I'm just gonna drink an energy drink and play games tonight, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of energy drinks and sustenance, we're gonna call it for this month's Pixel Pub 13.
Seems like at our rate that we're doing these, we'll do one after the next the launch.
I think we can get one. My hope would be we can do one right before the end of October, or maybe one of the first weekends in November, because I like your idea that came from Rory for the Generation podcast, where we don't talk about we wouldn't talk about anything we're playing. We're talking about
What we liked of this generation.
from the past.
I would
yes.
need a list of what came out during this generation of consoles.
It's a long list.
It is.
Yeah, I mean, I can't believe it's been
7 years.
Yeah, it's kind of
that's
crazy.
kind of long, yeah.
Because I refused to get into this generation. It was my brother telling my parents to buy me an Xbox One to get me into, because I was like PC all the way.
I believe you didn't buy it. You bought the first PlayStation 4 for me.
Yeah, so my brother, in between one past life and my new life, my brother told my parents to buy me an Xbox One. I had no idea, and I got it, and I was like, well, we'll see what it is. And then, like, that's what got me into Xbox One. And then I bought my PlayStation 4. It was the Batman Arkham.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so
I
we'll
was
talk.
working the midnight release.
So that's a preview to, like, maybe the next one.
Yes. It's going to be a 3-hour Witcher 3 love letter.
End of generation
And if-
podcast.
It's going to be... Josh is going to be like, I don't like that game that much. I'm going to crack the whips. Like, I love it. I love it. I love it.
No, it's not.
It's not that he
I
doesn't
don't
like it. He keeps being distracted.
I'm just like,
You're going to play it. You're going to beat the DLC.
And the books are good.
And the books are good.
The Witcher books?
And the soundtrack's amazing.
well, Shelby the entire time's like, have you banged the redhead yet?
Yeah. I just wanted to bang Trish.
It's just like,
I banged everybody. In that game. and,
women, horses.
and guess what? It lets you know at the end that you did it. Because it's a big fat fucking middle finger. If you did it.
Yeah.
I bet there's an achievement for that shit, eh?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah. Shelby just kept
It
talking
even
about
affects
Triss.
the DLC.
She's the hottest one in that game.
Yeah, and you always talked about her, and you're like, have you banged her yet? And I was
And
like,
she's
I don't think so.
she's the most fun one. Like, Yennefer's a bitch. Like,
Yeah, Yennefer's a straight up bitch.
yeah.
Why would I want to sleep with that?
But you know what? We could save that for next time.
Yeah.
Hopefully, Generation podcast for the PS4 and Xbox
End
One
of a generation.
coming up. I imagine there's gonna be a lot of PS4 talk. So, say goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, Internet.
Goodbye, bitches.